Okay. I have no guarantee. Okay, I have no guarantee that this headset and microphone setup is going to work at all as God intended, but... So, bear with me. Please bear with me here. Man, why is your title song 18 hours long? So, bear with me. Please bear with me. Clipping's not as bad as it looks. You're making a big deal out of nothing there. Alright. Enough of that. Enough of that. Enough of that. So, because I'm an idiot, and let's just say that I did the damage myself. I need a new headset. Now I got a new headset because I don't have my Microsoft LX live chats, which are fantastic. They were incredible. They just worked. The way the Lord intended. They just worked. Out of the box. No problems. No hiccups. Putting that aside, I've noticed that this one has some weird clipping issues with getting back into action, but we'll see where we are in a little while. Okay, so let's not linger on things too much and just get to the part of the story where we all have a good time. Because I'm so depressed about breaking my headset in the middle of... It's been a bad week. Let's just say that it's been a really bad week. Okay, let's just say it's been a bad week. Been a bad week. What was this chapter again? So I had a lot of big things, and I want to go over them real fast. But on the other hand, I don't want to go over them at all. I'm gonna give you the long. I'm gonna turn on the recording. So I'm gonna give you the short of it, just the short of it. My big problem with the story right now is that thematically. Let me pull up my notes because I made notes because I was gonna post like some more YouTube posts about this. The theme in the story is very much people that are alive and making up to them and the living. And like his mom is not a part of that. His story should be about his dad and Olivia and like people in his immediate vicinity. Iadakan should not have died. Iadakan should have stayed alive so that Olivia has regrets that she can fix so that she can be like the redemption for this guy. Iadakan should not be dead. He should be alive so that Olivia can make up for him. And that is how our man gets his mojo back, is he helps Olivia do the thing that... You get the point, right? I think that this is a missed opportunity. Sticking to the story this rigidly kills it, because it would have been way better if you had a redemption through Olivia. It's like, okay, cool, I fucked up with my dad, and like I can fix that, but my dad's not at any risk. But Iadakan, right? You have only so much time, Olivia, and I know what it's like. You could work that angle, but they don't. They just don't. I jump to conclusions. If they're gonna bring Iadakan back from the dead, right? I think a shark will get jumped. I'll be done. I'll be dunzo kabunzo. Now the fun part about thematic analysis is you can argue it every single day if you want to. Is Lord of the Rings really about some guy who got stuck in the trenches, or is it about a little man carrying a little man up his back up a volcano? Is it really about equal public transit? We'll never know. We'll never know. Now, let's turn on a little soundtrack and let's get to it. What's a good... I don't know. I don't think a lot's happening right now. Let's go with Inko's theme. Even though Default is fundamentally such a different character, it's fucking wild to put these two people in the same room. I think you just get a big fight. Yeah, all my sound settings don't make any sense anymore because take a guess what happened. Olivia waited for me at the hospital. Olivia wanted to wait with me at the hospital, but she needed the rest. So Damien's cajoling to help. Damien's cajoling. What? Oh, wait. So with Damien's cajoling helping me, I'm gonna go home. Besides, it would probably help my case more if she actually asked Randy and Sophia face to face instead of just over the phone. Thankfully, according to the x-rays, the injury isn't as bad as it looks, just a few fractures in my hand. Admittedly, man, you probably have like that Buddhist monk thing going on where, oh, I broke my hand, I already did it 1,000 times, it's fine. Just need to keep it in the cast for a month or two, which means that this will probably stick around until prom. Unfortunately, as I feared, they question how it happened. Olivia didn't want me to lie, but sorry, Silverlight. I can't deal with it I can't deal with it that way right now. I hate doing it, but I lied to them, saying I just went to water and boxing practice. The doctor biases, chastises me for it, and leaves the room for a brief moment to grab the materials for the cast. My phone had buzzed a couple of times while I was there. Seeing as I was busy with medical stuff, I hadn't time to look. I haven't had time to look. That was as good a time as any. Spearing training from Baki. I hate this new headset. Listen, the other one had the slight problem of like not. This thing cancels sound way too much. I'm not used to only hearing through my bones. Hey, they said yes. Randy's on his way to get you. He said he'll just wait in the lobby. Alright, I'm almost done anyway. Doc just left the room to go get some stuff for the guest. You okay? Still really sad. Really sad. I feel like someone like Olivia wouldn't know how to describe this emotion. Like, come on, man. I don't know if you know, but your emotion is literally the only person in my life that I thought mattered for 15 years is gone now forever. That is a hollow feeling. Not a, oh, I'm just sad, I guess. I lost my surrogate father. I'll be fine in a week. When she was upset about the fraud and crying in the rain, that's when you're really sad. That's that depression. This is the cavity it leaves. You can't fill emotionally yet. It's just a confusing mess. Which is why I'm okay with D doing it, because D's already been through this road. This rigmarole he's already dealt with, so he knows what it feels like. Whereas with Liz, she's had the luxury of the luxury of escaping all that for so long. I will be too. See you soon, Silverlight. Love you. Love you too. Oh, shit, texting him with one hand is hot. Ah, he's not a thumb swiper. A rattling sigh escapes my lungs. Will she still love me when I show her this? She loved you when she saw the actual flesh and bone, my man. I think by this point the remaining scars are like, yeah, I kind of expected that at this point. Like, I've seen you shirtless, my man. Like, you could hide it. I think it's supposed to be like self-inflicted injuries, which is a whole other story, but will she still love me after I inevitably freak out in front of her again? Will she still love me? Oh no, it's evil Anna. I mean, evil D. Because in None of the Chamber, Anon gets a little voice in his head, and that voice, he says, "Oh, it's my conscience." I'm like, man, that's not your fucking conscience, man. A conscience doesn't shit talk you like that. Not like that. You are listening to the dark side of the Force and pretending it's the good guy in the story. The venom-filled bob from that dream stings across my thoughts painfully. Oh, fuck off. I'd sooner throw myself off a fucking roof before I do that. I mean, here's the thing, right? If he hit his mom and dad, this would make way more sense as a concept. The way it's written, it's like, yeah, you pushed a friend off, but that was like a weird set of circumstances. You were on a roof. Like, opportunity was there as much as motivation. Right? It was one of those, what do you call it again? Like, everything came together poorly. Just avoid rooftops, and railings, and elevated surfaces, and slight inclines. Go to the woods. No, we're going to a parking lot. Thankfully, I'm not forced to think about it for very long before the doctor comes back. Man is setting to get an appointment to come back for follow-up x-rays in about a week and a half. He sent me on my way, and considering that Randy probably left his house a few minutes ago, I'm not surprised when I head out into the lobby and don't see him there yet. It's fine, there's a couple of bitches out front. Oh yeah, right. Dad wanted me to call him after I was done. I would like for you to loop song. I sit down and pull my phone out, hitting his contact number and raising it to my ear. Again, I feel like so much of this is just... I've been seeing more and more actual writing, right? And this shit is so superfluous to how actual books are written. It is so granular for no good reason. Because he's not hesitant about this. He's just taking forever to get to the point. Of course you're hitting the... No, you raise your phone to your head and magically it knows what to call. That'd be a cool fucking sci-fi twist, but that's not what we're doing. Hey, kiddo. Hey there, kiddo. Everything okay? Yeah, cast is on. Coming back for the follow-up stuff in a week or so? How are you doing? He's not asking in the physical sense. Not great. It's like, back then. Almost. Not as bad, but close. Do you want to come home? I start. Please. Don't remind me of none in the chamber just refusing to use other verbs. I start a little, raising my voice slightly before I check myself. You remember? To check yourself before you wreck yourself. Unfortunately, we've done it in reverse order this time. We can try harder on the second attempt. No. Sorry, Dad. But that's like the last place I want to be right now. Dorian, I don't feel good about you being alone right now. Oh, I won't be. My girlfriend's the folks. Let him you stay with them. I hear him hum quietly. I guess he's pleased. Are they? That is good. I know it does not matter. I am just curious. Human or Dino? Dino. He chuckles softly. Wait, he chuckles softly. The sound actually makes me feel a little better. I don't actually hear him happy much like that. It seems like you have a type, son. No offense. Dad. I know. I am just messing around. You mind if I speak to her folks? Her mom, or dad, or whatever? Look at this inclusive ass motherfucker. Hey, if she has parents, if she has a robot taking care of her, if she's being cared to by the vague, metaphorical concept of death, that's fine too. I won't judge. We all have funny parents, in a way. Where am I in... Jesus Christ, what a fucking sentence, man. I don't even know. I forgot by this point. It's been a while. I haven't had time. Uh... Where was I? I think... Where was this? The last thing I remember is that Anna went to like a big thing with Rosa. Or was it the letter? Was the letter after that? I think the letter was after that. He wrote like a letter saying he's going to the Navy, where the sun always shines bright in the Navy. What does Walking Dead season 3 part mean? I don't know. So I don't know. Why do I have so many people in my audience who talk exclusively in fucking cryptic riddles? Get out of here. If I want to talk in cryptic riddles, I'll find an ancient sage who can teach me the ways long lost to humanity. Sure, but they're godparents, not actual parents. Oh, are her parents? I can sense the unspoken question, laced with wariness. Her dad just works a lot. Their old family friend is for her mom. I don't know. Haven't asked. She hasn't said anything. I don't want to pry. I get it, kiddo. You just want to give them my number. Yeah. Godfather's coming to pick me up at the hospital right now, so I'll give it to him. I repent, clicking idly. Sounds good, kiddo. I hear the sound of a door clicking and a woman's voice cutting through. Must be on speaker. Mr. Fault, you have a client. Oops, I gotta go. Let your girls' folks know to call me in give it an hour and a half. Love you, kiddo. Love you too, Dad. I should call him more often. I really should. After about 50 minutes or so, I finally spot Randy's car twisting around the corner and winding itself down the hospital's drive-up, coming up to a stop in front of me. I stand up and step towards the car. I don't fucking care, peering through the windows. It's only Randy. I crack open the door of the front passenger seat, slipping mine to my arm. Why does everyone call him the fucking patriarch? It really... I've asked before, and I've been told that it's not that common of a term to call someone's dad. Is it because it's an alliteration and everyone's trying to fucking jerk themselves off? Please. I don't need your creamy business. Hey there, son. Ready to go? I nod, staring absentmindedly out the window as he starts driving his way back out to the street. Sounds for a few minutes before I break it, turning to look at him. Hey, my dad wants to talk to you. You said you lived alone, didn't you? You said you lived alone, didn't you? Yeah, well, he's the one paying for my apartment. Lives across the country. He'll be over the phone. All right, then. I turn towards the window. I don't fucking care. I'll give you his number when we get to the house. He's got a client, then I stop talking to him. I think he said to wait an hour or something. A client, huh? What does he do for work? He's a prostitute. Real high class. He's got a mahogany desk and everything. Man, he's got a button. You push that, the whole desk turns into like a love bed. It's incredible. Wait a minute. Fucking... The fucking "It Has to Be This Way" starts playing. You don't understand, D. The glass ceiling's gotta be there, or my wife will get mad with me. Well, let the cat out of the bag eventually. You can't just fucking tell him he's an accountant. He's the national executive for Vertex Metals. And he doesn't immediately answer, so I take a sneak peek. His eyes are wide fixed on the road. Bullion. Oh man, I love the word bullion. I like ingots too, but bullions have this charm, this je ne sais quoi to them. Are there any other words you can use for that? I don't know. I was raised on ingot. Although bar, yeah, because of RuneScape, I probably would use bar a lot. Then I learned ingot. And at some point I learned bullion, but bullion looks like broth, like bouillon, so... Well, my dad is the person who put together the matriarchy, so... Wait a minute, does this mean we're gonna have to have a battle about metaphorical things? Sorry to tell you, buddy. You're probably gonna have to fight my dad. Well, I knew I would have to fight matriarchy eventually. Well, you know, I got my money riding on the third party. You know, I always like to go for the underdog. The Precious Metals Company? You know, the ones who buy a shit ton of lithium from China and then sell it through by hoarding the shit? Why does this matter? Like, for the purposes of the story, I don't think Randy should give a shit. Like, I would like to remind you that in the original game, Inko's parents and, like, the fact that they're rich was never really that big of a plot point. Billet. Please, please, stop. Ooh, ow. Oh, that's a nice one. I'm going to assume this is still the case. Stop wasting my fucking time with the obvious. Ugh. I stared at him for a good long while, words flying through my mind. Can only grab two, say the designer. Thank you. Okay, we're there. Step out of the car. You need to smoke. Don't want to do it at your house. Why is everyone giving you shit for this, man? I know that people are a lot harsher about smoking. But, like, the way Snoot Game works, right, gave the impression that this is a culture that's kind of on the okayer side of things. Like, I know Inko. Well, I know Anon. And Fang aren't exactly representative, but between them and Reed, it gave off the... Like, a large portion of your cast is pretty much okay with it. A significant one. Anyways, gonna go for a smoke. Appreciate the courtesy. Don't be too long. It's cold today. Want some more cocoa? Yeah, just gonna rest with Olivia. She needs it. She's gonna need you to pick up the slack. She's gonna need someone to affix those cool new robot limbs she's getting. That's... You know, when your dad works for the DoD, you get all the fun toys. I seriously, I can't do this with the headset on. I can't. I need to hear myself. Hey man, you doing okay? His mom... But it also just doesn't work. I hate this. I hate the sound canceling. Ugh. I just need a really good mic. Ugh. Hey man, you doing okay? No. I figured. You want to see the Aurora Borealis? My dad says it's in the kitchen. But you have an open kitchen. I should just be able to see it, right? How's she doing? Not bad. It's not great either. Iadakan was like a second dad to her, you know? Surrogate father is the name you're looking for, because, you know, her dad, and the way the story is written, is like, yeah, she likes her dad, but her dad's not her dad, you know? I flinch at the name. Just as fucking... What the fuck are you talking about? Your relationship with Iadakan is so much less than it was with Inko. Also, you're way more of a stoic asshole. I guess... Oh no, it hits me in the heart because it happened with my mom. With the band. He was getting there, yeah, but but now he never will. You know I'll be here for you, right? Yeah, no need to ask you a favor. Sure. What the hell? I'm gonna have another episode at some point, and I will. When I do, I'm probably gonna roast you to stop me. How? Basically, he's getting himself an insurance policy. How hilarious. I appreciate that we need fucking 20 lines to do something we can establish with just a few sentences. Like, I get it. Damien is a little bit concerned and confused, but you can shorten that shit down a little bit. You can make him seem a little bit more confident about it. You know, you're my friend. So he stutters and stumbles over his own words, and then he goes, "Yeah, you know what? I'll figure it out." And it gives him a nice optimistic thumbs up. You might have to hurt me, it's not a guarantee. I mean, to be fair, you kicked his ass in wrestling in school, man. I think Damien's more worried about the fact that he's gonna get his ass kicked. Anyway, they go to the room. Oh yeah, oh man. Excuse me, this is a way more upbeat seat than I thought it was gonna be. It's a bit much. Sure. I can live with this. Anyway, he's like, oh man, we're the best friends forever. No homo. Just make out already. That look suits him the best. Don't make it gay. Everyone is stealing your heat, D. This is what happens when you fill out that heat meter. What do you mean window? What window? What's broken? I'm sitting in my recline idly watching the TV. Wait. You're gonna hold up. I'm gonna put my okay, listen. You can't swap POVs in the middle of shit when it doesn't matter. Why are you confusing things like this? Also, it's so fucking weird. Who opens their sentence with, I'm sitting in my recliner? Ah, yes. I'm sitting in my desk chair, behind my desk, behind my computer, behind the keyboard that I use. To my right is a thing. To my left, another thing. Underneath my ass is a cushion. You don't think about that shit. I know it makes things a little blurrier, but come on, man. That's why you don't swap POVs! I'm sitting in my recliner, idly watching. Oh, you know what? We'll do a cut. I'm sitting in my recliner watching the TV. For some reason, there was a character POV switch in the middle of a chapter, coming right out of fucking nowhere for no good reason. Even though this entire story has been told from D's perspective, you don't do POV shifts this far into your story. You do it chapter 3 at the latest so that your reader knows what to expect. What are you doing? I don't really register what's on. My thoughts are on D and Olivia right now. A sigh creeps its way out of me just at the thought of it. Out of all of them, why'd it have to be Trent? World's just not fair like that, I guess. Poor kids. Especially Little Ace, Olivia. Little Ace. Little Ace. Also, why is the apostrophe after the L? Isn't it... Shouldn't it be, like, after the I, if anything? I don't know, man. I don't know apostrophes like that. D is just astral projecting. Holy shit. I mean, to be honest, he probably got that knocked out of him. Or into him. However you want to put it. She was just starting to come out of that little shell she had built up. Oh, thanks to old D. That poor boy. On his lonesome out here. I might have some choice words for his father, but I don't know that man. Or what his family is going through. I reckon I will find out when my little chat with him soon. Damien has gone out to sit with D while he smoked. It's to seem like that, even if he isn't my son. When I first saw him, saw how lively we're comparing him to now. Oh shit, we're catching. Yeah, that's how I thought Little would work. It's the apostrophe goes after all that stuff. But I'm, you know. Also, I like how we're doing all this fucking recap shit. And it's like, you know, you could have just done this by having a fucking small scene where you just have these people sitting in a room instead of backloading your fucking character motivations. Don't backload character motivations! That's what fucking writing is! You want to know what a story is? It's this! Written out as a scene! Fuck! He's so lively with how he punched the shit out of Damien during practice once. Jesus. It's like I was starting to see two people. Now he's all traumatized and he's not so fun. Common Jake feel. Oh. Anyway. The lights in his eyes blinked out. What do you mean blinked out? I would say that they were extinguished. Why do I hear... Was that in the song? The fire in his voice is gone. I mean, admittedly, The fire is that he swears more than he should. Richard Pride carried himself with crumbled away. Yes, I get it. It's harrowing. Someone would say it shouldn't look like that. Why can't we describe this when you look at him? Why is this fucking reminiscing? He's in your house! You could have done this earlier! Or in front of him! This is what people mean with showing and telling, right? You could have shown this by just waiting 5 fucking minutes. Wait 5 minutes, he comes outside, and then you describe him. It works a hell of a lot better, and it doesn't sound like Randy's just fucking sitting back reminiscing like he's fucking Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. You know, I always did want to be a Santa Claus. Or a Sandy Claus. I pulled out of my thoughts by the doors opening. How could that be? Do you have to write that out? My son and you walk through the threshold. You walk across the threshold. You walk through the doorway. Quickly shutting it behind them. The threshold? They throw your entire threshold out? Stretching from the little grin. Damien does not have a little grin. And the fact that Dee was looking a little less despondent, I suppose they had a good talk. I smile at them warmly. Randy, have you ever smiled coldly at someone? Hey there, boy. It's cold, ain't it? Sure is, Pops. He looks over at me. His normally intense expression of flat. It's because it's cold outside, man. He just had a smoke. You do know what nicotine does to people, right? He slides out his phone, tapping his phone. Well, let me give you my dad's number, Randy. Wait a minute. This is the number to Funky Town. How do you know that? I rise out of my chair with a question. Why can't you just describe that Randy has a back pain? He's old. Just have him say, "Ugh, I get up and my back hurts. Ow!" That way we can go, yeah, you just got here. Okay. Fuck. Anyway, number taken care of. He's gonna see Olivia. I know why we're doing this, right? Okay, listen. I wanna stop. I wanna stop things real fast because I do want to complain about something. Not complain. I'm gonna point something out. Remember how in Nothing to Something, if you weren't there, in Nothing to Something, Anon got super cool telescopic ears so he could listen in on other people's conversations instead of POV swapping, be it to a third person or anyone involved in the conversation, or just organically writing the scene so Anon's involved personally, or having people recount it after the fact. Anon just fucking sits there with his telescopic ears, you know, with his fucking oracles, because he's a fucking dinosaur, and he listens in on things from across the room so that we can have a conversation he's not privy to. It's so fucking weird. And now we're doing a POV swap, so on the plus side, writing man, I'll give you this much. At least it's not a fucking cop-out bullshit reason. Thank you. Anyway, the story so far. Hold up. Instead of Inko, we have DE Fault. I think there's an E in there too. Yeah, DE Fault. Because goofy shit names are just how you go. DE Fault is unlike Inko, who's just a soft boy, who's a soft squishy boy. DE Fault is a crook. He's a rough and tumble boy. His mom died, and he's very depressed, and he beats people up. He goes to a fighting pit. He's all beat up. He has, I think, self-harm scars. I think they're implied to be self-harm, because otherwise it's like, why are these scars different from your other scars? Anyway, he's been at school for a while. He's warmed up to this girl. Oh boy, girls. Who has skipped her own character. From the original story, right? Olivia had a character arc. That character arc is just gone? And we copy a lot of scenes from the original game that don't work because DE Fault doesn't work with those scenes. And like, it's been all right, but really weird. Anyway, the point is right now that the teacher died. Olivia is this very introverted person, and she had like one person in her life that really mattered to her, and that's her teacher, and her teacher's fucking dead. Even though I feel that keeping Iadakan alive technically makes better sense, because then you can thematically tie it into Olivia, you have to make up with him and meet up with him. It's not about regret, it's about avoiding those regrets in the first place. I'm just saying your dad's still alive! That's the parallel! But putting aside those thematic parallels, let's focus on the part at hand. He just died, and our main character, despite really only knowing Iadakan so-so, is like, oh man, I'm so sad about that. And that's where we are at. And when he heard the news initially, he freaked the fuck out because he was like, oh no, it's like my mom. And he freaked out, and he had a big fat episode, and he ran away like a big fat weirdo. I say that, but I should be way more considerate than that. He basically had a psychotic episode, and he ran the fuck off, and he hurt himself significantly, and got his hand put in the cast and everything. Point is, shit sucks. And we're trying to climb our way out of the pit. Fuck. Anyway, let's... I need a business song. A lounge theme? Listen. I think you need to Hold up. Just imagine me drinking a glass of water like that meme. Okay, listen, buddy. The nostalgia critic. He might have some passion for films, but I make shit, and I care about the shit that I make, and I care about the shit that has been made. Don't compare me to a man who does not understand The Wall. I try my best to meet these things halfway. And when halfway isn't good enough is when I get mad. On the other hand, it's fan fiction. Who fucking cares, right? This isn't sold for money. It's for free on a fucking website that runs on donations from people who are super cool about shit. This is the functional equivalent to going to an orphanage and just pissing on the kids there. Like, for me, it's more an exercise. Whatever. Anyway. Is this really the song for this? I don't know. What is a good song for this confrontation? Because it's such a weird one. Calm 2? No, that... How is this a calm theme? This is more reflective. Chill? Loyalty freak music. That's a fucking title. Anyway, he merely nods and turns away, heading to her room. He knocks, seemingly getting a response. He says his name, then ducks inside. Why are you being so sneaky, man? He already knows you smoke. Don't smoke inside, please. You might think it's okay, but then your house smells like shit, and you spend the rest of your life telling your children it's fine. He knocks, seemingly getting a response. Okay. Some nagging little part of my brain wants to pop in and tell them to keep them on the level. Jesus Christ, man! Her fucking surrogate dad just died, and you're like, oh, they're gonna have sex in the house while I'm sitting outside. They're gonna have sex when you're not in the house, man. They're not fucking... Jesus! What is wrong with you, Randy? These people, you picked him up from the hospital. His hand is in a cast. And your first thought is, I think he's gonna bone her? Oh, Randy, you need some chill pills. Woof. Most kids aren't gonna do anything like that now. No, they're just gonna be snogging. You're gonna be hearing about... And they're doing it just to fuck with you. Mostly because Dee needs a good laugh and Olivia thinks it's hilarious. Not while they're great. Jesus! This is one of those situations where you should totally be like, I get it, it's some nagging little part of your brain, but fuck. Fuck. Listen, right? This is what I mean with character development sits in the details, because what you are doing is establishing that, yes, he's protective, but what a weird priority to set in a situation like this. You okay there, Dad? Yep, just worried about those two, same as you. I mean, I only had Iadakan. What period does Damien have Iadakan for? Because we know that he's not in art design. We know he's not in photography. He has home ec, which I highly doubt Iadakan teaches. He's not a history teacher. That's Proclin. What teacher is Iadakan to Damien? I only had Iadakan for one period, but man, he was always so lively all the time. He always flashbanged us when we came into class. Admittedly, it's probably the reason I'm gonna need glasses. Hey, Dad, we gotta go see if I need glasses, because I can't see that school board anymore. You never think it bone cancer? Well, yeah. I don't know what to tell you, buddy, but, shit sneaks up on you. He is at every side, staring glumly at the floor. His brow furrows in confusion. Probably just a 101 course. But what 101 course? On what? What is Damien learning from Iadakan? Also, one period, so it's probably not one of the major things, because usually you have signed... I don't know how American schools work. When Ferris told me, I asked why he didn't get treatment for it, and he just didn't want any. Okay, so... So, personally, I have my theory on this, that, like, Iadakan has taken therapy. He has taken treatment. And he was told, listen, there are two options left. You can take extreme surgery, or you can go, like, on heavy chemo, and, like, both of them, your quality of life's gonna go... And your chances are, like, 10%. And he said, you know what? I'm not living the worst months of my life for a 10% chance. I would rather go out on a high note, you know? Oh, there we go. It's actually what they're going for. He wanted to go out the way, doing what he loved, son. Picture him wasting away in a hospital bed on chemo. That might not even work. It's a horror. Chemo's terrible. People need to know that, like, taking chemo is a a fucking thing. Like, your fingernails, your appetite, everything. Just, you don't feel like a person when you're on chemo. Is a very common thing, you know. I don't know, actually. I have a little short list. I was originally gonna do None in the Chamber Reprimed as like an intermediate thing, but then I realized, oh wait, shit, this is actually kind of good. Because at first, and I felt bad for being an asshole the whole way through. So that's gonna have to get redone at some point in the future. Where is my listing? Here we go. I think Bad Apple. Bad Apple is somewhere on the list. I have another one. At least I made a thumbnail for another one. Which one was that again? I also have a thumbnail for Promise of a Lifetime. Even though I think the Promise of a Lifetime kind of shoots itself in the foot at some point. I forgot why. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I remember. Chemo utterly wrecked my shit. Damn. Yeah, man. Yeah. Sorry, I have nothing else to say, but yeah. Anyway, no other reason why I would deny it. A man like him, passionate as he is, he didn't want to just his fights just fizzle out like that. He kept burning bright. Yeah, I mean, remember that like one of the last scene we have Iadakan in is him literally beating the shit out of a painting. So the man wanted to go out on a high note. Umbra, we can hold up, my man. Don't listen. I give a lot of YouTube reviewers shit for being like, oh, by the way, this is a review for the non-writers. I'm like, fuck you, man. Just admit you're making scandalous shit because you want to get the views. But outside of that, I just don't want to, okay? It makes me scared. It's just that simple. How long is Bad Apple? 12 chapters, with about 10,000 per chapter in terms of word count, which is, you know, it's the standard for fics, even though it's fucking long to have 10,000 words in a chapter, and my god, are they overwritten, but I need to stop mentioning that because it's the only thing I can say nowadays. Although it looks like at least this one has the fucking decency to put quotes on the same line as descriptive text. Like, my god, how does that change just the reading experience? What do you want to see grow? My melanoma? Man, that's... You're thinking of a different video game, okay? Wait, does that game Plague Inc. let you grow cancers? Because cancers are really diseases. Cancer-causing virus? What the fuck would that even be? That's terrifying. And weird. Okay, Mr. Shadow the Ultimate Lifeform. Yes? Technically, yes. But I will blur the screen and I will not say anything because it's not that I care about demonetization. I'll do it. It's more that I don't want YouTube to ban me. Because I've already done, what was it called again? That mod, which sinks into this weird BDSM-esque territory with Fang and Anon. The only downside is that my standards are, how do I put this? They're a little high. I'm not so easily trounced. Please, God damn it! I wish I had a cape. I wish I had a fucking cape, and I could just grab my cape and swoosh it around. But I will not be hurt so easily, you cod. I don't even know what that's about, but I like it. Man, the song's so nice and chill. 500? 500? 500? This song is so chill. It's kind of sinking away. $500 is $500. Are you talking about that one? Oh, man. God damn. It is tame. Listen, I don't... I'm gonna... I'm putting my hands down. You have to really reach in deep. Like, you gotta corner the first part of the lower intestine. And maybe the second one, if you want to reach deep enough to unsettle me, okay? I'm sorry to tell you, my man. But I have way past that. Writing and reading, both of them. I guess so. Doesn't bum me out any less. All we can do is cherish the memories they left behind now. Yeah, and the only memories we have of Dee's mom is that she's fucking dead. Like, how do I explain this, right? If you want this to be a valid statement for him to say, where the fuck are his mom's memories that are... Jesus. Stop backfilling your lacking storytelling. How about you delete some of these shitty sentences and replace them with something that matters, that has an emotional point to it? Thematic. Damien grunts and shot confirmation as he settled on the couch and watched the TV tapes. Oh, it's been a rock photo to Leon. No, it's more like Damien lets him... I mean, to be fair, that is how rocks on the surf work, is they get eroded by the ocean. Yeah. Slop. I mean, listen. People who buy smut from other people, right? Who buy smutty commissions, they just want the jerk potential. They don't care about the rest. Vincent is still young, but I reckon to grow up into a fine young man like his brother. I mean, Vinny, he'll grow up. Either or. He's still way, you know. Speaking of which, I casually checked my watch. I like that he has a watch in this day and age. You old man. Film around until Vinny gets out of school. Gotta be careful with him. He's a good boy. Tends to be a little gung-ho. Blam, blam, blam. Like, personally, I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm like, if I'm gonna write smut, I want it to mean something. I want the sexual intimacy to mean something. I'm at the power to... Listen, people like to talk about, oh, Apocalypse World has sex moves. And it's like, yeah, it has sex moves. The sex move means something. It's about the apocalypse and vulnerability and what that shit means. If you play Dungeon Bitches, there's a whole thing about that. Like, there's a reason, and there is an element of thematic cohesion. When Anon and Fang go fucking down, I want to be sitting there with a little flag going, yeah! Instead of going, ooh, that's sexy. Do you have any idea how easy it is to just type some words into a smut generator and some smut falls out? The substance is the hard part. I need that thick, whipped, creamy substance, you know, like when you make a good milkshake. You're welcome. Anyway, 30 minutes left until she called to his father. Jesus Christ, stop timing shit. His dad can feel that you're sitting there counting down the minutes. Lean back, sure enough. Nobody fucking cares. Again, you are in control of your writing. You don't have to have this happen. Just fast forward. Don't even have this. It just comes together nicely. Hell, having him break off a conversation with Damien shows that he has priorities. Damien looks at me curiously. So, I had someone tell me, right, that like a lot of uses like these are actually technically wrong. Because it implies that the look itself is curious or something? I don't know what the guy said. I don't even know if it's technically accurate. But someone told me that like a lot of people describe... I don't even know what it was. What the fuck? Euphemistic? Erotic or pornographic? Well, how appropriate. Strange or unusual? Oh yeah, curious sensation. I tapped my nose. The nose knows. I love it that I bought a book about self-editing, and the book of self-editing is like, hey buddy, you said, and like, but my creative writing teacher is like, yeah, your creative writing teacher is a fucking idiot. He's a gormless fool. He has no gorms. Throw him out the window. Nobody gives a shit. Dialogue, emotions, character, action. That's where it's at. The rest is all nothing. It ain't no gumption. Also, and just I was reading Dream Park and I found out that Jesus Christ, didn't see that coming. What the hell is Mia Riona? Who's this? New phone, who this? No, why are you doing that? Stop! Give me. Sometimes my computer and I get into a death battle. It's just for fun. Anyway, let's go on. Got a calling D's pop. You know, in some states they call it soda. You're calling this man's soda? Go to my bedroom. What do you mean, your bedroom? Don't you and your wife sleep in the same bedroom? I love the mental image of senators sitting there going, get a load of this guy. He doesn't even know what Riona is. You're gonna put him... He's 18! Oh my god, he uses the fucking landline? You have... Whoa. Oh my god, my man. If you're 50 years old in 2023... Holy shit. You would have been around for the 80s. Yeah, no. Yeah, he would have... He probably would have been ingrained into landlines by his 30s by then, yes. Now that I think about it. Still, though. Everyone has a fucking smartphone these days. Sit in my bed and dial the number. Showtime! Hello! Hey there, Mr. Fault. Name's Randy Payne. I'm the fellow that's having your son stay with us for a while. Please, call me Randy. He's an adult, Randy. Ah, Randy, good to hear from you. Likewise, you can call me Ignatius. Ignatius? Ah, yes, I am Dr. Volcanus. Is that a bubbling volcano? Yes, and a babbling brook I had redirected into my volcanic lair. I will now be extorting the Genevan government. Pretty sure Geneva's a city, not a... And the Genevan government will be paying us many dollars, or I will explode this volcano. I'm pretty sure Geneva's not in a volcanically active region. Yes, that is how my volcano machine... Oh. Damn! Please call me Ignatius. Let me preface our conversation by saying I cannot thank you enough for doing this. Ignatius, oh, that's a full name. What are you, Greek? Actually, it is Latin. It is not an issue at all, Ignatius. Your son's a fine young man. A little troubled, I reckon, but a fine young man. More than you know, I think. I hate to do this, Randy. But how well do you know the reason I sent Dorian to Volcadera in the first place? Hiding Safi. Dorian. Must be his first name. Just as fanciful. How the fuck does a guy called Ignatius name his son Dorian? More like Dorkian. Oh, got him! Not too well. I figured it wasn't my place to pry. I appreciate that. I'll spare you the long and unpleasant story, but it all started when... Jesus Christ, he's backstorying you. When my wife, Juno, his mother, passed away a few years back. Oh, good Lord, I'm so sorry. May I... Oh, no. Everyone's emotional. Everyone is so sad! Cancer. Oh, no. She was killed by a crab. Shit. Well, you know what they say about giant enemy crabs in ancient Japan. I was not aware. My wife had just purchased a katana meant for killing flesh things instead of heavily armored shells. Just like Trent. I assume that was his teacher. The school called me earlier today. Told me he ran out after the superintendent present at the school informed him. Superintendent Chalmers, how nice to see you. What? Yeah, the very same. Your boy and my goddaughter. They're very, very close with him. 50% orphan status. He's only 50% of the way to being a protagonist. Despite the news, he sounds a little hopeful. So, he was doing good at school prior? I reckon so. Jesus Christ, stop reckoning. I know the rapture is coming, but come on, man. There was a period when he was out sick a couple of days, but other than that, perfect attendance. Although, unlike Inko, who got fucking drunk on the drink, he fought a dinosaur and thought it was a good idea. Oh, not perfect attendance. Grades are all passing as far as I'm aware. Well, hasn't had any disciplinary actions taken. Thank God! Randy, after my wife passed, the day of my wife's death, Dorian got very, very bad in a violent way. Defeating an enemy crab actively eating your organs sucks. He smashed his hand. And he smashed his hand with an iron. This gives me pause. I figured he was a little rough and... I love rough and tumble. I've given you a lot of shit, author man, but using rough and tumble, that's a point in my book. The scar, no, but violent? Wait, did you say violent? You mean like a viola? Or violin? Kingdoms of Damalur. The re-reckoning. Yeah! Man, Kingdom of Amalur I liked, and then I played it for like 5 minutes. And I played it again. Man, I need to actually finish that game at some point in my life. Yes, but he has episodes. You know, just like on Netflix, and I'm planning to cancel him in the 2nd season. You do know you can't. I heard that abortions are now legal up to 500 months. Are you prank calling me? I do not quite know what they are. I have tried to get him to see doctors, but he wants nothing to do with them. Pitster, panic attacks, whatever they are, they make him lose control of himself and run off. And if someone tries to stop him, he gets violent. Very violent. If nobody stops him and he gets away, he hurts himself. A lump drops in my stomach. I find myself voicing the thoughts out loud. So his hand. Yes, I talked to him about that too. He punched the concrete until his hand broke. Randy. Sounds like he's about to cry. I know what it must look like as a father sending my son across the country for himself, but I just don't know what to do. I'm still grieving Juno, and I can't grieve Dorian too. He needs help that I can't give him by myself. What a poor, poor man. Well, Ignatius, me and my family will do our best to help him, I promise you that. The damage bubble is blank. Poor man, you don't even get to see the damage. That's a lot of damage. Shit. Somebody showed me a rat that must be posted on the 21st of the month. He's cleaning himself under a faucet. Dun, 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 dun. God, I love the stupid rat birthday mixtape song. It's so great. Alright, I've refocused my brain. Randy, that would mean the world to me. Give whoever you need my number, and you tell them to call me, and I will give you every right I can feasibly give you to act as my guardian in my absence. I will write letters, I will get lawyers involved, and whatever I need to do, I will do it! Does your family need money, Randy? What the fuck happened? Do you care about your son, or are you trying to pawn him off? Please, here's the dowry. Now I never want to see my son again. It is just too painful. Are you sure you're talking about... Ah, son, we will never see again. The family fortune will now go to buying me a moon rocket. No, not at all. I wouldn't ask that of you. We're doing fine. We got plenty of space in our house. Oh, he's moving. I thought it was going to stay there, but I guess it makes way more sense for him to actually move over. All right, I will not press it. How is Dorian doing right now? He's with Olivia right now in the room. Don't... This is implied from him asking. Olivia being my goddaughter. All right. His girlfriend, right? How is she doing? Well, not well either, but better than him. How is she doing better? She lost her surrogate dad! The whole fucking point of Wani is that she gets fucked up! Poor kids. Nobody should have to go through this, but Dorian twice. He will make it! Oh wait. Whoops. I forgot. I lose track of who's talking when you do shit like this, motherfucker. Don't! No line! Poor kids. Nobody should have to go through with this, but Dorian twice? We'll make it, Ignatius. Me and my wife will do our hardest to make sure of it. My eldest son, too. You only have 2 sons. Don't call him your eldest. Call him your older son. You make him sound like he's about to put on a fake beard and give me sagely investment advice. Thank you, Randy. I owe you more than I could ever give you. Bless you. I should go now. I have a meeting in 10 minutes I need to get ready for. All right, don't be a stranger, Ignatius. I will not. Goodbye, Randy. Damien opens the door and steps inside, and I follow right back. Fuck! We're switching POVs again! Losing my fucking mind here. So I have a question for you. Why did we need this? We already know that his mom died. We pretty much assume that it's cancer because of the connection you've established. Everything that happened in this scene is pretty much something we can assume is going to happen anyway. What did we really learn out of this? Audience, can you tell me why this entire sequence was necessary and we could have just summarized it or made it an after-the-fact thing or have it happen anywhere else? Again, Diario can make his own money. No, Senator, no, I don't have time for this minigame. Damien opens the door and steps inside and I follow right behind him, shutting it behind me. Randy said he's in the client. He's looking over at us with that warm old smile is. Oh, we're going... Jesus. Why are we rewinding? Hey, it's D. Come in. Open the door and step inside. Slitting it behind me. The curtains are drawn, the lights are off, save for the screen of a laptop. She's taking her hoodie and slippers off, and she's laying stomach side on the bed. She'll rest on the top of her arms, as she was anyway before walking. When I do so, she sits up on her knees. She's been crying. Why can't you describe her puffy eyes? Or her wet cheeks? Or the dry sniffles? When I close my eyes and try to sleep, I can still hear Cabaret Club theme from Y0. I pull my jacket off and toss it onto the beanbag sitting next to her bed. She immediately slides up to me and we embrace, holding each other. After a few minutes, I gently pry her off of me with a crowbar, staring at her intently. How much do you think your kidney's worth? I have to do this. She needs to know. Hey, Olivia, I need to show you the ugliest part of me. Something I've been hiding from you ever since we met. Something I hide from everyone. You don't have to if not if you're not ready. You have to right now. Otherwise I'll never be ready, and you deserve to know. Okay. I unlace my boots and slide them off, followed by my socks. She looks a little strange here as I start undoing my belt. I glance down at her but say nothing. Man, you are way too eager to get undressed, man. Look, I get that that's the point, but you can just roll up your fucking pants. Why didn't you just put on some new pants? Right? If you had this planned ahead of time, just maybe ask Randy if you can go home to pick up spare change of clothes and get some pants you can just slide up like some sweats. Even my boxers don't need length though. Long-ass boxers. Are those long? I don't know. I have no idea what the average length of a boxer is considered. Well, lastly, I'll leave behind. Sit back and answer intently. I'm sorry. Were you apologizing? I shake my head, grimacing as I look back at my leg. I start with my right. It goes genuinely lustful. I Stall with my right, gripping the bottom end of my boxer, where they come to the knee. My hands start shaking as I pull them up. Slowly revealing the latticework of scars that trail across every part of my thigh like a cartographer's grim map of my thoughts. And the other leg mixed. In the darkness of the room, they resemble shadowed canyons in my legs. I can only stare down at them in contempt. Just another example of how broken I am. Permanent reminders. Are you okay there, Scary Dave? You're repeating yourself like a clown. What the fuck? What the hell, man? My brother in Christ, I think I just saw you die. Anyway, oh no. My legs are full of scars. These, I did these all to myself. Try cope. I couldn't hide it from you anymore. You need to see all of me. Every broken piece. To see if I'm still worth it. Why? I don't know. I lied to the doctors. Oh no, he's sad, man. He's had a really rough time. Sorry for the tears. He's breaking down. This makes that POV swap even weirder. In hindsight, it makes that POV swap even fucking weirder. You interrupted like the perfectly organic layup to this for that? It's okay. Well, figure it out together. I love you, Olivia. Did they say it this much in the original game? Maybe my brain's just drawn to it a bit more in this one. Anyway, they're a good couple. Everything is fine. Olivia isn't freaked out. Why would she have any opinions about this? Why would she be like, man, I wish I had legs and you're fucking them up? Or be like, oh man, that's fucking gross. How could you do that to yourself? You lied to your doctors? Are you stupid? No, it's fine. Everyone kiss. Kiss! Fucking smooch already! Drama? Organic problems? Fuck you. Things are fine. We sit in the position for a little while, just holding hands, eyes closed. I feel calm. Here, present. The whirling thoughts in the back of my mind are receded for now. Breathe out a deep sigh as I lean back, sliding the legs. Yeah, you're still sitting in your fucking undies, man. I should have probably put my pants back on. Okay, I'm gonna go and Okay, I was worried. I saw this line and I thought, oh, is Randy gonna come in? Because if Randy comes in to see this, that'd be like the ultimate fucking killer. I would just be like, my man, now's not the time. Also, I just want to point this out, right? If you really want to keep this fucking conversation between them, why isn't this a side chapter? You already have intermission chapters. Why not just use those? Anyway, he gets back in his pants. No words, just sleep. He's a sleepy boy, and that's it. Wow, what a chapter. So he showed off his injury, and the dads had a fun talk. Nothing really changed outside of, I guess he's going to move in with the pains, and it's a for realsies business thing now. I don't know, that felt like a lot of words for very little activity. Do I want to do another chapter? Do I want to do another chapter? I could go to bed on time. I think I'm just going to go to bed on time. Because, like, man, I don't get paid enough for this shit. I don't get paid at all. Oh, no. People are going to start smooching in my comment section? Damn. Things are getting a little spicy over here. What even is this chapter? Okay, so we had the, we had the chapter with the thing. That's obvious. So we are at... Yeah! So, I just want to rewind a little bit We just had 2 chapters in a row that are ostensibly or technically about Olivia that are now about D. You know, I'll give him credit, you know. We already know Olivia's story, so I guess, you know. But on the other hand, you know. Maybe we'll do some more shit tomorrow, I don't know. What even is happening tomorrow? Oh, we're doing Ben? We're doing the antipsychotics? Oh, we're doing some weird shit. Okay, so, quick thing. We are at chapter 19, alright? And if we go by Wani Gator standards, we are technically on, like, the last few legs of the story, like the resolution section, where things wrap up. We've had our choices. The story has done its thing. Weird. Well, I guess we'll see when we get there. Today's Fang birthday. It is? Incredible. Listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. $50 and I'll do another chapter. I'll throw away my life and we'll do another chapter. Otherwise, yeah, this... what is this looking like? I guess Ben shows up, which is like an interesting twist, of all things. What else is there? So in the normal one, it's like the staying at home time, right? I don't even know. I think after that... What even happened in 15? Oh yeah, her wheelchair was busted because of the whole, like, fountain thing, right? Man, I barely remember this part, even though you go through it 4 times! I'm just that kind of magical. Oh, yeah. Isn't this the chapter where they go to school and they have the branching section? Yeah, that's chapter 15. Huh. Are we doing that? Oh wait, she gets to see the video. So we're taking a lot of weird shortcuts in weird places when you really cut down to the cake here. Yeah, well, we'll do another one tomorrow, but for now, I think it's been an hour and I have stuff to do tomorrow, and I'm already tired. My legs are just fucking empty. I did so much walking today. I don't know. I said last time that I wasn't too impressed, but I think in hindsight, it's fine. Again, it's fine. I'm just disappointed it's not doing more. Come on! Come on! You know what I mean. Well, that's enough complaining. Like I said, next time, I guess we'll do this interesting chapter. I'm kind of interested. Kind of want to give it a go, but you know. Oh god, he's having another starting off with another fucking flashback. You know what? Fuck this. Let's do this. Fuck it, we're doing this. We're doing this. I've let my poor situation screw me up too much. We're doing this. We're just doing this, okay? Find myself standing in an open snow-covered field, staring off into the distance as the sun sets. Orange, pink, and blue whirl together to create a beautiful slow dance that paints the color of warmth across everything. And even despite this paleness of the snow covering the ground, a voice yanks me out of my stupor. Olivia was right, you know. Oh, it's Iadakan. Olivia was right, you know. Misk. It's miscellaneous. We need something more foreboding. I whip around at the sound of the voice to find myself looking at Iadakan. Hey! You know! If you knew Iadakan better, you'd recognize his voice. Sitting on the edge of a quietly bubbling fountain, leaning on one hand with a leg propped up onto the knee. I try to speak, but I can't find my voice. You haven't failed me, not yet. Oh my... Are we doing this? Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, buddy, hold up. Are we doing a fucking tarot reading character? Aw, man. Listen, it's cute when Living Memory does it, because they literally have a fucking Toho character in there. But Dorian isn't insane. I've never had dreams like this. Oh, this is... Oh, I regret everything now. Woo! Woo! Okay, I'm gonna go and stuff something in my face. Because I need a little something to pull me through this, okay? I can't do this. I need a lock, stock, and barrel, okay? Please. Please tell me this is not going to be a recurring thing. Please. Please tell me this is a one-time deal. This story does not need a pseudo-supernatural element right now. Please. I have popped wheats. They're light, they're a breezy snack, but holy shit are they dry. Minimal calories. You haven't failed me. Not yet. But it's going to be hard for you. The vibrant sky suddenly starts growing dark. Thunderclouds rove it. Oh no! Mr. Iadakan! Why are you being so metamorphorical? Red lightning cracks. No! Did he pay his red mana? The resulting boom almost sounded like a spiteful laugh. Iadakan glances back at the waters of the fountain slowly. As they Oh no, they're muddled with blood! Hyper-realistic red blood. Ah! You know, if you want to write this shit good, you have subtler metaphors, right? You don't have a big fat red spotlight on Luke's face. You have him look at the robot hand. The hand that Vader cut off, the hand that's replaced with robotic parts like Vader. You know? Some thematic through lines that are from your own story. Have him look at his fucking cast! So soon? I'm sorry. I wish we had more time to talk, but unfortunately, we're in cryptic bullshit land! Oh. Okay. There's a line. Living Memories gets away with it because Living Memories has the fucking decency to be cute about it. I'm this close to throwing and shattering this fucking bowl on the ground because, my God, this is too late to introduce this. Where is Stefan? Shouldn't Stefan be the character to do that? What are you doing, author? Where's Stefan? You put Stefan in the position to be... Come on! He stands up, hastily walking over to me. The ground around us begins quaking as the clouds split open, and it begins raining. Iadakan steps next to me, looking around grimly. His hands burst out from the... Jesus Christ. Oh no! I'm being attacked by my shadow clone jutsu. Expressions and leering grimaces. Oh no! Oh no, they talk like you. You motherfucking asshole. You swear constantly. What are you talking about? That's just how you talk. They stagger to their feet and begin walking right at us, going, "It's just a thriller! A thriller night!" Iadakan turns back to me, clamps his hands onto my shoulder, saying, "Clear! Clear!" Staring into my eyes. "He's alive! He's alive!" A determined fierceness burns in his eyes. He's fucking dead, Jim. I'll hold him off as long as I can, Dorian. But I can't do it all by myself. I meant what I said that day. Harness that fire in you. Don't let it burn out. Aw, god damn it. Is this that weird ice game about like having being in Canada and it's cold? Wait, is this Frostpunk? Dorian, you can't just be Frostpunk. That's illegal. Oh no, he can't keep them away forever! Oh no! I mean, to be honest, the fire axe thing does kind of work because that is kind of the thing that he's fulfilling, but it just works way better if Iadakan was just alive! Dear God. You know, I'm fine if you have to duct tape your story. I don't want to smell the glue! I jolt away grunting. Wasn't sure when we decided to get this visible, not a fan. You're scared. Alright. Dinner's ready. It's meatloaf time. I like how he went to... It's not even his night's sleep. It's just fucking random ass bullshit. A little afternoon nap. What are you, 50? Won't be long. Quiet click. Door shuts, leaving us alone. Voice comes out ragged. As someone who does from time to time use his non-dominant hands for a variety of reasons, it's fine, buddy. As Blastcore says. Isn't there a soundboard online somewhere for that? Hold up. Hold up. Blastcore has the perfect line for the situation.
You've got the hang of it.
Thank you, Blastcore. I salute you. I always thought it was you get the hang of it, but it's you got.
What's the matter with you?
I don't know.
Time to get moving.
Fine. Anyway, we're back in Honky Dory Land, I guess. Don't worry, you just had an emotionally traumatizing dream, but it's fine now. Go get some dinner, buddy. What's this all about again? Ow! Prickly little prick. Skipped out on lunch because we're getting a cast. What? Oh, she's walking. I'm walking here. You do know that, right? The moment Inko does this in the story, it has like a... whatever. I'm full of wheat. Wouldn't her chair just be her wheelchair? I just think it's weird that she has a chair. Although I guess the wheelchair probably isn't as comfortable. You want to eat nice and cozy. Guys didn't have to wait for us. Nonsense, dig in. Anyway, everyone's eating. No sides or anything. It's just meat. This meatloaf kicks ass. You know, I know that vibe, buddy. I'm more than familiar with battles of the mind. Oh no, he's crying! What a pansy. Making a habit of crying. Aw, you poor guy! I've done something like this in a long while. It's been a long while. I mean, to be honest, your dad works and your mom's dead, so... Who are you gonna eat with, buddy? I'm so grateful. Finny Jump says you don't have to cry for part of a family, big bro, Deester. Oh, well, great! Would have been fucking great if we had a scene. Man, wouldn't have been nice to have Deester do something with Vinny? Man, feels like that could have been fantastic. Thank you, little man. Oh no, it's little man. Everyone's eating. Zombies? Zambinos? Zombaroonies? I'm your teased. D, please don't go into the mountains. There's a Far Cry game waiting for you, and it's just radio towers. I'm gonna give him a big ol' hug. Oh, it's such a heartwarming scene. I have a lot of work to do, Mr. Iadakan. Mr. Ghost of Iadakan. It's Ghost of Iadakan's past. The rest of dinner goes by wonderfully. This is my family. You haven't earned that, motherfucker! How about you handle the dishes? Sure thing. They start having video games. Oh no, the horror show kids to watch. Bossy and Adrian, Bossy and Adrian. They did a series that was all about the Americas. So hey, you want to continue the Hajime no Ippo? I'm gonna perform the tail maneuver again, but Randy saws me. Oh, yeah, because her chair isn't broken. So that whole element's kind of out the window. Not a big problem. I mean, okay, let's roll back, right? If you want to be an artsy, okay, let's put on our big artsy smartsy pants. If you want to be a big artsy smartsy man, the reason Olivia breaks her wheelchair is because she tries to push herself in a direction that she needs help getting through. She overexerts herself, and as a result, she loses. You know, it's metaphorical, and we don't have that because Olivia gets to skip her own character arc. She's here so Dee can look cool. I look between them curiously after the chest and I realize. Right, yeah, Randy, you asked him, man. Gave him a deadline and everything. Thank you, Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Listen, my man, you don't understand. You don't understand. Agent Plank? Agent Plank, thank you. We don't need you right now. I have this motherfucker on speed dial! Go, little dude, go! I don't know if I would say Vinny is very handsome, but he's a you know, a delightful little guy. Look at Mini Anon. Damien, dear, could you handle the dishes? How many lines does Sophia had? Oh yeah. Hold on just a minute, D. Soph and I want to talk to you. Looked at him curiously, sat up and just realized, okay, yeah. I'll be waiting in my room. I'll be waiting in my... Oh, no, that's Olivia. I'll be waiting in my room. I don't know, give a quick... Just fucking make out already! Olivia... Okay, she is not a Mary Sue, though. Yes, she skipped her character arc, in a sense, but that doesn't make you a Mary Sue. For one, I personally don't think Mary Sues exist. It's just bad character writing. It's like saying, oh, there's certain types of problem players in tabletop RPGs, but there's only one type of problem player, and that's the asshole. If someone shows up at your game and they disrespect you and your game and your other players, you're not a min-maxer or anything. You're an asshole. It's just that simple. There is no nuance. You're an asshole. Similarly, there are no Mary Sues. They're just poorly written characters, and this is fine. Olivia doesn't need a character arc, but the things that happen are all tied to her as a person that should have something happen, and it's like weird to skim over that. Like we had the whole rain scene. It's really weird. I get it, right? Like Dee's arc is the interesting part of this because you don't read a fan fiction to just see Wani Gator again, right? You don't read this to get Wani Gator 2.0. But the way you handle that is you intertwine the characters. Iadakan is alive, but he had a health scare or something. So now D can have his mind back, but he can connect because Olivia's worried and he's already been through that. And they can help each other. They can heal each other. They can be related and have character moments. Instead of Iadakan being a fucking spooky ghost. Which is just the dumbest shit. The whole point is that he's gone. That's gone. That's not gone. He's a spooky ghost now. Anyway. Somebody speaks something about cooties. Oh no! D's been cootified. Listening a chuckle from me as I turn back to Randy and Sophia. It's now walking to what I presume is the bedroom and I follow along. We enter and well, I mean it's the master bedroom, I guess. Nothing spectacular about it. Then why the fuck are you describing this room? I shut the door behind me, considering we're probably gonna talk about some preciously private shit that's gonna make me cry again or something. They both sit at the end of the bed and Sophia gestures to a stool. As she has next to a makeup table, which I take a seat on. Creak. Oh man, I'm so strong and muscular, your chair's creaking. Actually, that chair always creaks. Actually, that chair only creaks when someone very light sits on it. Oh yeah, dinos. World's kindest editor. I mean, admittedly, right? An actual editor would probably be meaner about it. Because he'd be like, listen, man, this is some fundamental mistakes you're making here, buddy. I'm not going to be nice. You want to be a professional writer? No, Jake. I'm not that good. If I was, I'd have $50 right now. I'd have a crisp dollar bill. I'd be ironing it live on stream, getting it, putting a little plastic slab, hanging it up on the wall. Alright, D. Iadakan's... Oh, that'd be a fucking hilarious scene. Fucking... Alright, Iadakan. So, I send my manuscript over to the editor. Alright, D. Let's do some practice so that you don't beat him up. Just an entire week dedicated to making sure that D doesn't beat up his editor. Oh. Anyway. My think we'll go on the fridge. Onto the... Oh no. Listen, if you're gonna do Ghost Iadakan, take two quick tips from me. One, don't make the ghost thing happen too late. It's kind of weird to introduce... The problem is, right, if... I don't know how to explain it. It's like people don't like it when you introduce weird paranormal twists in an otherwise mundane setting late. It's kind of like POV switching. It's like my expectations are this is a normal world. It can work if that's the core mystery you're going with, because then it's like, oh, mysterious, spooky shit's happening. But if it's actually about character stuff and you suddenly introduce ghosts, it feels way more like, man, you could have done this way earlier. Maybe have someone bring out a fucking Luigi board or something. You know what? I would prefer it if the Luigi board wasn't Luigi branded. What are you talking about? Luigi, you know, he sucks up ghosts with his vacuum cleaner. He's perfectly suited for being on a Luigi board. You know, I was just gonna ask you, what happens if a girl's Brigante? You know, they got the pregnots. Man, I can barely get anything I'm taking care of to you know... To be fair, Ghost in the Shell concept was... Tell me about it, because I want to see, but I can barely get anything I'm doing taken care of. I'm too busy with everything else. I'm so fucking busy of late, it's not even funny. I just want to write, and I can't make up my goddamn mind. I'm stuck in revision hell. What if Inko got drugged? My man, My man, my brother in Christ. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Where's the one that I was thinking of? You're thinking of Snoot Game Plus. You're thinking of Snoot Game Plus. Wasn't I gonna give it 2 tips? What was the second tip? Anyway, they're gonna talk about spooky stuff. This song is way too dramatic for this. I need something low-key. Yeah. I spoke to your pops. He's a very gentle fellow, isn't he? Yeah, that's that, alright. Gentle's the right word. I mean, he never does contractions. Have you noticed that he never does contractions? He's what, a good dad? I'm lying to myself if I said that, but... I mean, he's trying... So, a thing that I think is worth considering, right, is... There's kind of a difference between his dad and Inko's parents, in that Inko's parents are... I always got the impression that they're working because they really want to have the money. Whereas I can totally see D's dad is, like, working as hard as he is because he needs the... Not to keep his position, but just to get away from things, you know, because his wife's dead and he's feeling it, so he just buries himself in work. It's a very different atmosphere, a very different point to a character, as one might say. Whereas Inko's parents just suck ass. He's trying, I think. Yes, he cares a great deal about you, Dorian. I flinch. Which isn't going noticed by either of them. At least you're not starting all over the place. I understand you want to go by D, and I respect that in front of the rest of the family. But I want you to know we're serious about it. Jesus fucking Christ, man. You can't just misname people. Snoot in the Shadows of Fic, where E1 gets haunted by Fang, who's connected to him and can't move on. She has all the ghost power things like moving. Bang! I can't beat my legendary rock ring wrong like this. What are you doing? My legendary run! Also, I'm totally reading that fucking fic now. Why can't I find it? Oh, it's probably not on... Seth, you're so goddamn stupid. Why are you so dumb, Seffi? Why are you such a... Why are you such a bingus? Why can't you just use your brain for 5 minutes? You keep yelling that everyone is a fucking idiot, but you're the stupid male in here. I can't find it. It's somewhere else. If it's not an archive of our own, how am I supposed to find it? I recall seeing this fic. Did it get renamed? Also possible. Oh man, it stresses like a loose wheel. Isn't that the one that I read? No. Unless someone else went for a red e-herring. Scary Dave. No. Workshop mod for Wani. Listen, I understand that you're a nice, ambitious little boy, and you're like, I'm gonna write 4 endings. No, you are not gonna write 4 endings. Unless this is like your magnum opus, don't go this... Do not go down this dark and deadly path, my friend. Many have walked it for you. Many have walked this path before you. They have not returned. It is a ghost in the Snoop. Oh, man. Oh, wait, it updated in March. Okay, it's probably good to go. I can't believe Fang turned into a fucking ghost. Fang, you can't... He's doing a title thing where it's like R words. Revelations. Where's my Revelations? Again, it's more than 10,000 words per chapter. Fucking divide your chapters. I've already walked. Well. I know that if you did this on purpose, I fucking hate it. This is terrible. This is terrible. It's awful. It's atrocious. Seffi, it's atrocious, not atrocious. I say atrocious. Every single time I get it wrong. Every single time I look up the word and I get it wrong. And I'm reading my awful hate comments. Bah, it's you again. Like, if you're trying to... I don't see what it does. And what it's doing is not doing well. Because, here's the thing, right? The writing isn't built around it is the problem. Like, if you're doing this for a reason, you haven't built the rest of your writing to fit around it. We'll put atrocious. No! I've been conned, had, beschmoidled. My fair name besmirched in front of a live studio audience at Nickelodeon Studios, or no wait, at Nickelodeon Studios Orlando, at Universal Studios Florida, I think. Why in every single Keenan and Kel? They want you to go there, that's why. Not every experiment works out. What are you talking about, Inko Noted? Why are we talking about Inko Noted? Who's noting Inko? Shit, I got all confused. Listen, I need to finish this before I die and go to hell. Where were we? Oh shit, this is chapter 20. I had another tab open. No. I'm an idiot. Oh boy, it's meatloafing time. Thank you, little man. Oh boy. Now, listen, okay. Let me make a little ranking for you, right? There's this. This is a little clumsy. It really doesn't help when you try to do little interspersals, right? Little like this. Little interspersals don't work well with this. It just makes way too many new lines and it makes your text look extremely undense. But I'm gonna give you this, okay? I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you a little. Where is it? Inko Noted didn't do this, right? Which one was it? All you know is a lie. Everything you know is wrong. Up is left, is down, and short is long. Everything you know is wrong. I can't just do I can't do a music interlude. Couldn't have been me. I can't find it. Hold up, I'm finding this shit. We're finding this. So Nothing to Something, and I absolutely hated this. The author did a way worse thing. Where every single line had a new line. This is terrible. This just does not feel cognizant of the right. This is on my phone too, right? I have to open my little inspection window and artificially excise it. Look, I got a cool trick because I know how web pages work, right? I'm smart. Sometimes my brain can figure some things out. Like I have to. Safi, you're way too high up in the order here. You need to go to the user stuff module. And then I pluck out the paragraphs, and I do a Control-Shift-F, and it replaces all modules, and replace them with nothing, and then bada bing, bada boom. You end up with a workable version. Like, man, what the fuck, man? How do you even write like that? I know why. I know why. It's because they work in WordPad or something like that. And in those particular things, if you press space, unlike in, say, Docs, where it has like a little after paragraph spacing, it doesn't do that. So they do another new line to create the actual spacing, and it's like, great. But it copies that shit to a website that does do interparagraph spacing. And it just makes it look clunky. Listen, man, I'm going to give you some wisdom. Expectations are very important. And changing in the middle of something, yeah, like, that's the thing with fanfics, right? They're written over the course of a whole fucking lifetime. They aren't written in like an afternoon, which... And they're also very much written at the whim of whoever's writing it. So they end up in this really weird hyperspace which really did. There's something about the production process, and I think the biggest part of fanfics is they are never edited posthumously. In actual proper, you're making a real thing for real people. You take your whole work and you put it in a big blender, and that's what you edit. You don't edit chapter by chapter. You edit the whole damn thing. And fanfics don't do that because the people they want their dopamine hits from uploading shit and getting everyone to tell them it's the best thing they've ever read in their life. And it means you're now stuck with a shit chapter you wrote a year ago before you even knew what the hell you were doing. It's terrible. It's the worst of all worlds. The only benefit is you get your dopamine hits. Oh. I'm going to slap you on the back and tell you, any man who can crank out a 15K chapter in a single day is not a good writer. I assure you that if they can do that well, they're lying. Or they wrote the shit out ahead of time. Because I've been at this for a decade or two. And like, damn, you gotta be a top shelf boy. I can crank out 50,000 words in a day. That's not the thing. It's, are they good words? Are they smart words? Also, let me just hold up. Let me just put this down for you. 15,000 words is a small novella. That is not a good amount of words to use for one chapter. That is not good writing, by definition of the fact that you are way too verbose. Also, you're thematically fucking shit up. Look at Falling. I don't want to look at Falling Sun. I'm afraid, okay? I'm terrified. I'm already pissing myself. Why must you do this to me? This was so much more fun, okay? This was so much more fun. This was so much more fun. When no one was here and it was just me sitting in my lonesome, staring out the window, being sad for myself. I can't find it, so I'm just going to cry. I'm just going to pretend it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, regardless of how good it is. We got to move on. We're never finishing the chapter at this point. You can call Dorian in private. Listen, D, you can keep... I mean, admittedly, D is the kind of name you would take up. Here's the thing, right, with his name. I can see D being a name he took because he was afraid of Dorian, and Dorian is the thing his mother and father probably called him. So, while I could say the thing of like, hey, it's his new name, it's who he wants to be, there's also an argument to make that D was a mask he wore for himself. In which case, get rid of it. Deploy the Loudhouse fic, please. Senator, please. And your author is hinged? This is the hinged version? This is the hinged? Man, what's a man got to do to get 50 bucks around here? I don't want to see unhinged author. I don't want to. I really do not. I mean, I do. Morbid curiosity will lead me down that dark path. Anyway, Randy, fill me in with the conversation with your father, dear. Can we talk about your mother? I feel the blood drain from my face. I'm not ready for this. I mean, for context, this man just confessed to his girlfriend, hey, by the way, I do self-harm, and my legs are fucked up to 9 hell. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. This is a lot of Band-Aids you're ripping off. That's a lot of Band-Aids. I'm not ready for this yet, despite how I feel. Yeah, I mean, today already sucks ass, and I just had a nice dinner, I guess. I lean forward, resting my elbows on my knees, and staring at them intently. Everyone stares intently. The scratching at the back of my head is big, but not in force. I could do this for them. Just ignore it. Just fucking ignore it. What about it? Well, just tell us about it. I used to write smut for money. I don't know why it stopped. Nowadays, you can get smut out of a smut machine, and it's terrible. It's like ordering McDonald's and expect... Although admittedly, apparently McDonald's is like charging up like crazy lately. I wouldn't know. I feel sick when I go there, and I've eaten. I take a few moments to gather my thoughts. You really don't need to think about the bad, Dorian. They already know the bad. Dad must have told Randy, and Randy told Sophia, and Sophia told Ben, and Ben told Mia, and Mia told Olivia, and Olivia told Ferris, and Ferris told Liz, and Liz told Damien, and then Damien told Vinny. the fuck is wrong with you people? What the fuck is wrong with you people? With your word counts. Are you afraid that if there's not 10,000 words in a chapter, no one cares? Like, if you make your chapter smaller, you can get out more chapters and upload more consistently, more regularly, and get more of those sweet hits. Instead of dumping everything like a big log. I forgot to mention, but I one thought about people would compare Dustborn to... What? What? I told them what I told Olivia the day we started dating, and give them a revised version of that without all the negative shit. Even then, it still hurts. I can feel my chest tightening. Ugh. Crimson begets crimson. No, I only care about standing, breeding, standing. I don't think you understand. Standing, breed, standing. Beamed. Beamed! I'm sorry. I just can't. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to write me a Mrs. Speech. Fuck! 10k for 3 chapters total? My man, you're falling behind. 5k is the minimum to be accepted in the fanfic community. The standards are low, but the word counts are high. It's only when I ask... Oh, Sophia suddenly exists. Jesus. I will admit that Wani did kind of underplay Sophia from time to time. She should have had a little more. Holds me gentle when I'm shaking like a leaf. Why is a leaf shaking? A leaf would sway in the wind or flutter in the breeze, but shaking? Such a weird thing to think about. You don't have to, Dorian. You don't have to, Dorian. That was enough. The motherly tone in her voice immediately causes a choked sob to rip its way out of me. The ants find themselves latching onto the hem of a sweater. You little baby. She's just a little baby, man. You can barely think now. You can barely think, but you sure can fucking describe it. Remember when in Wani Gator, you could barely think? He didn't think. He stopped thinking. He can only stare down at the floor and weep. Why are you describing something when you're lost in thought? You're lost in the sauce, my man. Muttering through the tears, I would have sweated like a... Yeah, that's what you did. I mean, admittedly, I do like clarifying text like that. I can't judge. I'm so fucking sorry. Why? Why? Was it my fault? Was it the radioactive watch I gave you? Or the radioactive pennant? Or the time I took you to an x-ray machine and said it was funny if I took 50 pictures of you really quickly? Characters get shafted when there's developer infighting. Yeah, sure is. Apparently, ChatGPT knows what Snoot Game is. How incredible. I mean, considering when ChatGPT's models were compiled, that's kind of impressive. It's closer than I thought. A minuscule part of my brain is talking to me. Hey, this isn't your mom, you fucking moron! Stop making out! No incest. But the rest of my idle thoughts overpowered. Sophia freezes, looking back around in a mixture of shock and grief, which she returns. I like how this man is lost in the sauce, but he will avidly describe what's happening around him. Sophia turns back to me, putting a gentle on the back of my head. Pop a hug! Oh no, he's just such a big baby, man. He's having a moment. You are having too many fucking moments for a guy who just had his hand put in a cast. I could see you blubbering. Continuously switching between asking for forgiveness and exclamations of it being my fault. My man, you need a psychiatrist at this point. I don't think this is something you're going to solve with a couple of pats on the back at all. Like, I don't know, man. At some point, your response is like a little much for amateur work. Jesus. Man. I'm sorry, Sophia. It's okay, dear. We're the ones that should be apologizing. We shouldn't have pressed you like that. You pressed him like the little has been. He just fucking breaks. Dang. I shake my head, looking up at her, and cringing at the messy state I left. It's not the first time. Oh, you deserve to know. It's not your fault I can't talk about with the break it down like that. Ma, I took a look at Chernobyl and she was greater as a stalker. Mom, I thought radium meant radical, not radioactive. Oh no! Multiple pancreatic malignancies was a small price to pay for legendary glowing spaghetti. He didn't even prepare the uranium right. What's the uranium they use in that stuff? 232 was it? Why is uranium 232 the one that comes to mind? It's uranium 235 I'm probably thinking of. Yeah! The little boy used 235! Button that says that was easy when you press it. Hold up. Hold up.
No trouble at all.
Thanks, Blastcore. Jesus. It's an N64 game, and they had all these voice lines in it.
Fantastic.
How did they get the fucking memory budget for this? It's so compressed, though.
Try this for size.
That's actually a really crisp one. Damn.
You're just trying to impress me.
I guess it's just her who sounds like really weird. Oh, it uses a oh, I don't know. I don't know nuclear bombs. Anyway, our good man here is having a moment. He's breaking down. Never to be ashamed that dumb, but I got one thing to ask you. Anger episode. I mean, this guy breaks down in so many ways. Honestly, I think a psych ward's where you should be, my man. You have anger episode, depressive episodes, you have self-harm episodes. Like, Jesus, my man. You have psychotic ones where you just run off? Yeah, they don't happen very often when they do the bad. I don't... Why is there a space? Shouldn't no be on this line? Huh. I know exactly what they are. I refuse to see any kind of doctor. Sweet tell your FBI agents. They both frown gently. I don't know. Gentle frown is such a weird thing. It's probably because I associate frown with being firm. And Randy looks like he's about to speak when I continue. But tomorrow when I go back to school, I'm gonna ask Ferris and Principal Scale about the whole therapist thing. Olivia told me they're offering stuff in the district's dimes, so... I like how you say that, even though your dad's fucking loaded. You can get a private person for this, my man! Jesus! They look at each other. The frowns dissipating like smoke in the wind. A nod is shed and they turn back to me. Good. You shouldn't be ashamed to get that kind of help. It's not admitting weakness. None of us are going to judge you for it. Wait until the punch truck is back. Gosh dang it. The gator punches back. Uses the tail for extra leverage. I know that. But some part of me feels like I'm giving up. But it's clear this isn't something I can figure out by myself. And I want to get better. For all of ya. Olivia, I love her, Randy. I don't know, Dory. She loves you too, I can tell. She does. We both helped each other a lot. Anyway, back to my anger. Anyway, I admitted love to your goddaughter, but we gotta talk about this anger. When they do happen, the first thing I try to do is to run away. I'm not sure why. I think whatever reason... Yeah, I know that vibe, man. So I just try to isolate myself. If I can do that, then... yeah. I love myself. Up until today, I've been doing good. I haven't had one in months. Dorian, this is the first time you hurt... Dorian, this is the first time you've hurt yourself like that, right? Oh, she means like that. How'd you hurt yourself before that? Oh, yeah, he used to cut himself. I'm not even gonna make a joke of that. She's crippled. That is her leverage. The leverage is that everyone thinks she can't throw a punch because she's in a wheelchair. Just to cut myself, he had stitches a couple of times. The hair, he's hiding them. They're not on his arms so that he can show off his big guns. Although, admittedly, you can just wear, like, gloves, you know, wear some elbow-length fingerless, and you can still show off the guns. And you'll look pretty goth. No, you can't see them. The softest glare. One person. Does your dad even know? Or does he just suspect? Today is a very busy day. Man has a cast set, talking to his dad, to someone else's dad. It's a lot. Trying to pry. Prevention is the best medicine. Just start talking to me, distract me. Yeah, that's the trick. Works for me, at least. Goth arm sleeve Dorian. No, it's just like, the thighs is such a weird place for me, because usually people go with the arms. Because, you know, I imagine if you cut your thighs, it would hurt to walk, and it would be super obvious as a result. You still don't think they can reliably stop me? I mean, you already kicked Damien's ass once, and I don't think you've gotten any softer, so... You might have to hurt me. Oh, no, they're like, listen, we don't live on your wavelength, buddy. We don't commit murder in this household. And he's like, oh, you really? Shit! I thought you were gonna be so happy for me wanting to commit murder the day your daughter's wedding. Skrillex hair. Ugh. That is very common. Well, shows you what I know. If I had any of you, I'd... Yeah, that's the real problem. Do you have a lot of problem? It's funny you're called default when your dad's money mean you never have to default on anything. Hey! Nothing but net. Think Olivia can help you with that? I don't know. I would never hurt her, even subconsciously. Are you sure about that? Because your subconscious is a funny place. I rub my cheeks. As I said, I'd rather not get to the point at all. Tomorrow I asked about the shrinks. Get medicated or something. God, I hate... I have a special spot in my heart about stories that are like, don't get therapy, don't get medicated, you'll kill your real self. Like, God, fuck, that's not how medication works. Holy shit. It's like people saying, well, I'd rather my child die from measles than get the vaccine. He might get autism. It's like, so between being a corpse or having some mild emotional problems, you're like, nah, fucking kill that bitch. Put him in the trash. Like, I don't know what to tell you, my man, but people would prefer not being psychotic and trying to murder the people around them compared to being a little less creative, if that is like a problem. Like, it's such a like, I've never had mental issues, so I'm going to pretend they're fine. You can just be a bit stronger. Just be a strong boy. Just talk to a priest who's going to tell you to talk to a fucking psychiatrist because you need some help, my man. I'll talk to the shrinks. You know why they call them shrinks? It's because they come out of shrink wrap. Okay, with that, if it helps. Such a defeatist attitude. Go for it, buddy. Alright, so I think we're done. Thank you for pushing through to us. Shouldn't you be talking about, like, bedding arrangement? Because a lot of the talks sounded like it was going to move into some extent. Maybe I was just reading into things too much. My cue as well. Oh, man, it's a... Don't stay up late. I mean, admittedly, he had a nap. And I've been told by someone who knows about sleeping that you shouldn't take naps if you can help it. Naps are bad. They fuck with your sleep cycle in a variety of ways, especially if you take them late. And this man took him, like, up to dinner. That's not great. Anyway, back to Olivia. Give her a big fat kiss. So you know you wanna. Olivia should probably be a little bit concerned about things, because she's probably had a few talks with Randy. Or has she? She probably worries about talks with Randy. Forever Young. I don't know what Forever Young's about. I just vaguely remember some lyrics. You okay? I laugh quietly and sit down next to her. Pretty sure my eyes are red or something. Yeah, we just talked about stuff. You want to talk about it? It wasn't something you don't already know, Silverlight. Admittedly, I do think Silverlight is a good nickname. I don't know if there's anything that would tie it to him specifically, but it, works. Fucking nothing but net on that one. She slides her lap side to side, and as quietly she crawls into my lap, wrapping around me in a soft embrace. I love you, my space heater. 100% free, I just have to feed you some nuggets. The normal sleep pattern mafia can't make me not nap. Listen, every time I see Silverlight, I think about, I want to upgrade this to Darklight. I need the Arclight. I'm fighting demons this afternoon for a Slayer task. Any lingering negative thoughts are melted away by the words. Rather than reciprocate with a reply of my own, I gently cup her chin and bring her gaze up to me. Oh man. That's smooching. What a needy girl. And then he looks over at the rat. Are you a furry, D? Are you a furry? You're talking about how she's a needy girl, and then you're looking at a rat. I wonder what he thinks. Are you kink shaming your girl for her rat? Get out of here. Jerk. Listen, I'm not saying Silverlight is a good option. It's in RuneScape 3, it's a shit tier weapon. And then the other one, you have to like get Arclight, I think, for it to even be worth it. You know. Do you really want to? Aren't you supposed to fight demons with magic in OSRS? I remember magic is like the preferred weapon for those guys anyway. And magic got such an absurd buff lately. Yeah, magic. 40% water weakness. Jesus fucking Christ. Why pull out Silverlight at all? Even black demons? Even the black demons. Minus 10! Although, admittedly, they have no special defenses. It's like a really small buff. You know, it's a... Oh, no, wait. Magic is used for defensive scaling, too, so yeah. Want to hit him right in the eye! Demon Vein weapons. So how good is Arclight? Oh, there's an Emberlight now? Who the fuck is this? Using a Tormented Synapse on an anvil with Arclight. Must be fully charged, infused, or a combination. That's actually pretty good. What are its stats like? A player killer will receive the Synapse. What? Oh, it's just the same as the Arclight. No, it's way better than the Arclight. How good is the Arclight? Why am I thinking about this? Now's not the time. Four ticks. That's not bad. Yeah, it's a 5-tick weapon. Darklight. Damn. Bitch got up. Bitch got upgrades. I still don't get why some RuneScape weapons, it's like, it's a slashing weapon, and it can stab. Why does it have a negative crush attack bonus? When is that relevant? When the hell are you crushing with a weapon that doesn't even have the option? I don't know, man. I just don't know. 70%, huh? Whew. Damage bonus 60%, 60%, 70% on Arclights. Oh, and it's an accuracy bonus. So basically, Emberlight slaps, is what I'm hearing. Oh well. I was laying the moves on my SO and caught a rat staring at me from the corner of my eye, and man, did it kill. I mean, you know, it's like kids. It doesn't matter if it can if it understands what's going on. It's just like, listen, man. No, we don't do free shows. Emberlight slaps. With an E. With an E. Ember. Not amber. They will stare at you getting obliterated between the two sheets. The dog will jump on top and go, oh man, it's playtime! And then starts dancing. Oh boy, oh boy. Question, how did you... weapon? Oh no. We're never finishing this before bedtime. Although this will make Olivia permanently aware of the fact that she's making out with her boyfriend in front of a rat. I love it. I love being looked at by rats. Get out of here. So apparently someone made like a joke poster of Undertale the movie, and it features Jack Black. Because of the fucking... God, the fucking Minecraft movie. When is the Minecraft movie again? You know, I think I'm gonna drop a nice hot, you know, fun surprise on you guys before I cut the recording here. If you know what a dyer is in context for like vehicles, I know people who post art like that. I refuse to elaborate. I'm not a good headspace, right? Yeah, I mean, you admitted to self-harm, you talked to people, you cried about your fucking mom, your hand's in a cast. You're not in a good headspace or a good physical condition, my man. Like, the fact that Randy considered it an option at all is just weird enough, but by this point... Topped until you cry. I have to apologize. He's very, very sleepy. Yeah, he's full of meat, he's full of loaf. He's full of plink. We're a carnivore family, no kidding. Omnivores. Ugh. For some reason I want to give him shit. I want to give shit for this, but I'm like, there's no reason to give shit for this. The game does this already. The game calls this out specifically with the salad and everything. You know, Inko's accidental wingmaning. We diversify our diet. So again, I think they're facultative. Yeah, they're not obligate carnivores. They're facultative of carnivores. Being obligate to carnivores would effectively ruin their capacity to function as a society, because at that point, it's like, okay, so you need to hunt for food. You really can't scale that effectively. Like, people don't understand how important the capacity to grow some shit in the ground is to facilitating civilization. Oh, but you can keep herds. No, man, doesn't work like that. The big thing about farming is that you sit in one place for long enough, you get bored, and you start inventing random bullshit. And with animals, what are you gonna do? Invent like fucking gene therapy? I don't know. I think a large part of just sitting around watching plants grow is part of the reason people started inventing bullshit. It's like, come on, I got nothing to do. The plants are taken care of. I'm bored to shit. Tell me about that fun story about that guy who fucked his own mom. Vinny won't be happy. He's a fucking kid. He won't be happy ever. Vinny could be... Liz complained about eating her veggies when she was little, and she's a herbivore. He's a big boy. He's going to Snoozeville. Population? These two goobers. Show Banshee-esque alarm. Christian reference. If I made one, it's unintentional, and I couldn't tell you what was going on. This guy with the Legro, she sits up furiously, and I wake up normal. I have to use that. My condolences. Holy shit. This is what you get when you listen to metal. You listen to hard metal, this is what you get. No, I'm talking about Oedipus! Oedipus. I think you call him Oedipus. I'm talking about Oedipus, you dinguses! Everyone always leaves out the part where she hangs herself, though. She was not chill with that. Or, as the Words song, Oedipus was the first motherfucker. Another logo. She sits up. Okay, alarms, condolences. You have to listen to it too. No, yeah, that's bulk deal. Christian is the modern day Oedipus. No, please, mercy, I beg, hands and knees. I don't even remember, man. Oedipus and stuff like that are very much. I think they primarily propagated through like verbal history, so it was very much up to the speaker to decide how it was really brought. So sure, there's probably an official version out there somewhere, but the story is up to whatever the fuck you want to do yourself. It is up to you to decide if Oedipus fucked his mom and the means by which she killed herself. Bobobo references? Ugh, I wish I watched that show. Your bellowing knocks me the fuck out. Every time I hear the heavy industrial sounds of your lungs going to work, I just fall asleep. It's your best friend, Savage. You're my personal Damn! This is what we like to call a mutual relationship. He chuckles. Being as skinny as it benefits. Didn't bring any clothes over and I ain't wearing the shirt again today. Just go home! Auntie's back frill. Oh, yeah. Hey, it's okay showing a little back. Check this out. You heard of regular Oedipus. What about gay Oedipus? Doink this. No. Fuck. I don't know. Fatherfucker doesn't have the same ring to it. Olivia, your chair isn't fucking broken, so you don't have an excuse not to go to school. Anyway, they're just having some cute moments. They're just being adorable, okay? And he's like, hey, I need a shirt and a cup of joe. I had a sloppy joe for the first time in my life. It has a unique charm. That... Wait a minute. It was only so I to never finish a whole pot. Sugar, milk, and creamer. Creamer? Anyway, he drinks his black. He might be white, but he drinks it black. You're a man after my own heart. Why do you have... Who drinks the cream? And the milk and the sugar? It's all just Sophia? Soph's just drowning in that stuff? Mixing espresso out of it? Share my chuckle, go get my coffee. Damien with a few shirts. Your selection is eclectic. Eclectic. I love the word eclectic. It's such a weird word to say. It has 3 C's in it. 3! R.L. Stein is shitting his pants. Most of a bunch of shirt with goofy logos I don't recognize. I don't know, listen to some bands, maybe. Listen to The Band. Regular white shirt. God damn it, D. You had a chance to be someone, and you're like, nah. The Daddy Diddler. Rob Schneider is the Daddy Diddler. Soon enough, Olivia comes out, folded clothes in her lap. They're just having a cute moment. The Band. God damn it. The Band! Puppet Pals was so fucking artisanal. It was an artisanal experience. If there's anything I'd want to do again, if there's anything I do a second playthrough of on stream, it would be that. Olivia, why don't you just get butt fucking naked and wheel through as a power move to establish your dominance? Odds are Soph would literally flip your wheelchair in the process, but hey. You showed them? Oh no. Anyway, Damien's like, oh man, I'm just glad the 2 of you aren't fucking depressed. What a standard I've set for myself. I mean, to be honest, you were probably a big mess yesterday between the red eyes and everything and the, you know, the cast. Like, D was probably extremely messy yesterday. Odds are Damien might have heard him cry a little bit as well because he was pretty loud and bawling. So, Damien knows. The nose knows. gonna go in the... Okay. His classroom. Well, the upside is he might be a spooky ghost, which means you can probably ghost bust him and then ask him some questions while he's in the ghost busting cage. Scratching, scratching. You mean scratching like self-harm? Because some people describe that as an itch they need to scratch. I'm just saying. Bald Adamson. He would never do that. He would never do that. He makes movies because he gets to write it off taxes, despite going on a holiday. Oh yeah, he's getting his therapy. Going to Scalar's office, first thing I get to school. Yeah, the funny thing that's been keeping me from... The funny thing that's kept me from writing my own stuff has partially been that I can't make up my goddamn mind and I'm trying to be smarter about things. And part of it is that I suffer significant, like, no one's going to like this. No one's going to read this. Why are you writing it for this setting, Safi? And I'm just having fun arguments with myself. And then I'm out of time, and I'm like, I got to go to bed. And I fall in bed, and I never fucking do anything. Nothing gets done. I find it hilarious that this song, that This Class Sucks, is one of the OST songs. We can import a lot of songs. Iadakan's theme, yes. But we can't import boredom. Oh, yeah, you told her. Talk about whatever the hell you want. So you gotta do it. Yeah. So, like, I get this, but we've talked about this like 2 to 3 times in this one chapter. I get it. I feel like you could just summarize this as him saying, I catch him up to speed on everything. I don't know. Pensiveness. Every time I see pensiveness, my brain switches these two, and it's like, penisness? Penisness? Okay. Jake? Okay, Jake, listen. You know, part of the reason professional procrastination, like, part of that is, indeed, it's like, I'm taking so long, it should be better than this. That's the best part, you know, where you're like... But talking about that, Inko is a very... Like, I know someone who told me I know Inko. I was Inko. Wani Kiss and the other one. So, explain yourself, Kevin George, because I'm honestly really interested in this. My problem with Inko is that he's an extremely specific niche. The thing Anon had going for him is that Anon was, you know, 4chan is a big message board, and a lot of fucking losers out there are very much going to be like, Anon is just like me. And even some who aren't giant losers would be like, you know, I can see myself in Anon, you know, that distractedness in class as you think about going online. You know. So, as far as that's concerned, you know, Anon had some, you know, he had broad appeal. Even myself, right? Even I was like, yeah, I can see some parts of myself in Anon. You know, the legendary rocking. Woo! Safi priorities are not in order. Is I Want to Kiss That Snoot on here somewhere? Tori Gamma 2 of them end up converging into one share. What? What a weird thing to do. Listen, I'm going to put up my fucking fist and we're fighting this out. What the hell does Tori mean? Tale of Two Snoots. Oh, shit. Fucker ain't lying. Inko and Fang. You know, hold up. Okay, listen. I'm going to read these. Wait, don't I know this guy? Oh, you wrote Inko Noted. Okay, cool. Inko Noted was alright. Masterpiece? It was alright. You know, where's my review of it? It was like, yeah, you know what? If I had to read more Inko Noted, I'd gladly do so. Compared to the alternatives. 7 out of 10. It's not great. It's not the 8 and great club. But, you know, 7 out of 10 for something you make for free for the internet is like... fucking great. Like I said, I'll sit on the toilet and I'll give it a read and I'll be there longer than I would be otherwise. The first 1 chapters in this fic are the main story, following our bonus chapters a la Snoot game. Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of cute. Oh, fuck. It's 250,000 words because these people won't shut the hell up. God damn it. My brain just, I just want to write, man. I just want to write. I miss just sitting down and writing, okay? I miss sitting down and writing and uploading it and having and shaking my little tush going, that was fun to do. Like, I talk about people making big chapters and uploading shit for the dopamine hit, but the dopamine is nice. It's nice to upload something and be done with something and say, I did something. Instead of sitting on a pile of work that doesn't get done and going, you know, Safi, what are you doing here, buddy? What are you doing here, buddy? What are you doing here, buddy? Love is colorblind, but it's not about Inko. Our luck is a real homie. We'll see. I've only read one of them. Love is colorblind. Oh my god, please stop. Japanese for bird. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that why Tokitori is called Tor? I never knew. I love Tokitori. That was an adorable little game. Well, they're already on my to-read list, but I might bump them up a couple of spaces, even if they're fucking long. I think you fundamentally misunderstand that my paralysis comes from the fact that I have standards for myself, and those standards are paralyzing in nature. I do write these things. They are in states of completion. There are chapters right over there. Hold up. Fuck it. I'm gonna pull this shit up, okay? You need to understand that this is not a problem as you think it is. The problem is that right now I have at least 5 first chapters for like 5 different stories. No, wait. It's not 5. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think there's some one-shots. No, wait, no. There's the Isekai quadrilogy. That one's there too. That's 9. Liar's Ashes is on there too. That's also a first chapter that's done that can be uploaded, but I'm not gonna because I'm... So, like I said, I have about 10 different things that are at the first chapter, and I'm like, are they done? Are they done? Are they good enough? Do you think you can commit to this? You think you can finish this? You might as well just leave it on the table up at this point, buddy. There are... Let me just put it down for you. There's a book worth of things I haven't uploaded that are ready to go. And I'm not even talking about first chapters at this point. I'm pretty sure there's like 100,000 words worth of writing just sitting right over there in various states of completion. Some of which are complete enough that you can I just don't want to. I just don't want to. Every time I look at it, I go, this could be better. And here's how. And I hate it. It's the worst feeling ever. What the hell's going on? Damn. I need a moment. Also, my throat's slowly starting to die, and I got a game in the morning. Okay, oh no, you weren't talking about my writing process. You were talking about how long it takes. So, about that, there have been several fics I've read, actually, where I eventually got to it. Man, I want to see the next chapter. I think Ikonoda was on them. I think Drunk Gator actually got me in that mood of, like, I kind of want to know what you're doing next. You know? And I've said before, the best compliment you can get out of me, other than an actual compliment, is me saying that I want to read more, because... Listen, hold up. Hold up, Kevin York. You seem to be under the impression that I want to hear from anyone anything substantial. I already know. Okay. The last thing I want is to get into a room with people who are going to tell me stuff's good or bad. I don't want to go there. I know the poison. I know the poison. I've tasted that poison in my tabletop RPG career, and I don't want to taste it again. The sweet succulent poison of good ideas. Also, listen. The real problem. Okay, just put Safi in a box over there. Here's serious time me putting on my fancy dress shirt, buttoning up and everything. What the fuck? No, it's not. It's bad. What? Oh. Oh, I see. The joke is my real problem is that I don't like getting opinions from people. I'm working on it, okay? But I lock the fuck up when shit is about me. I lock up. Okay? The second things are about me. Whatever it's a job interview, whatever it's what's my favorite color, I lock up. My brain stops working. I turned off the comments for a fic, and then I forgot to turn them back on because I'm stupid. I mean, I guess I am technically already talking to people online about things, but I'm not talking about specifics. There is a Scary Dave, author, don't bring the specifics I have talked about on air. Okay. So, you know what? I'm pretty much the second this recording and stream is done, I have to go to bed like right away. We're already at that point. All right. So, here we go. Let me run you through the 20
Nice work.
Good luck. Go for it.
Is this such a good idea?
That's not the line person who wrote the subtext for that. Let's pull up. I love that how do I explain this to people? So my writing process has so many different fucking files lying all over the place. For some reason, the one that I've settled on being the one is ending one swamp, and I don't even know what that means anymore. Stuck on Rails is here. Chapter 3 is right there, staring at me. There's the Lone Ranger. There's the Witch. What's looping together? Oh yeah, looping together was Groundhog Day for that guy. That's not finished though. It's like a couple of things. These are like things that exist in very fractional states. The Lost Lovers? I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here. Get rid of that, Safi. It's gone. You literally just copy pasted this bullshit. Just get rid of it. Oh no. These were all part of the everyone. These are all part of the Lone Ranger. The Lost Lovers would have probably been the Witch was going to be Naomi. The Lost Lovers was going to be the parents, and it was going to show their delusion state. I forgot who the martyr was going to be. Or was that also name? Oh, whatever. And the confused monkey, aka my shit idea. Octave and Trico has such a bad rap. Those guys are like, I'm going to use them for something, and everything they appear in does not get anywhere. No! Ranger in the Fog is technically a finished story that features Octave. He did it. He did it. Not even in anything close to what he's canonically supposed to be as a character, but he did it. Fuck you. Ending one asylum route. What are you talking about? Safi, why do you write down these blurbs and you just forget about them? Transitioning into high visibility. Man, what else are we looking at? The ending 2 crossover? Thinks are not for the porno? What does that even mean? Oh, it's the ending 2 copy and Lava Claw Point. There we go. Another one's Ghost. What was that? Was that just my vibrations? Holy shit. Who are these people, Safi? You put way too many words in things. Balancing the Scales and the 4 additional chapters, each of which was... The gimmick was long titles. Retroactive Self-Correction. Road into Jason's Connection. Multimodal Confrontation. Reconfrontation. And Descriptive Closure Futurism. I don't even know what the fuck I was doing here. The Devil's Miracle. What was that one again? Dr. Caduceus. Inco trades in everything for another chance. but the fine print is cruel. There's a lot of stories that come down to that stuff. I don't know. I just like a twinge of the supernatural. I just like that. You know, the new verse has it. The Evelyn stuff has it. The Danny stuff has it. There's the I just like that. Okay, I just like it. I should just make fucking manga. Man, there's so many here that are just like a line of me like, I'm gonna do this sometime. There's Liar's Ashes. Ooh, Liar's Ashes. Man, I love how fucking edgy that one section looks. Ooh, it's so bad. Liar's Ashes 2.0. The plug unpulled. What even is this? Just around the corner. A far journey or short life. What a great opening line. Oh shit, a dead body? Shouldn't we bring to the hospital? Bring who? Wait, isn't the Inco one near too? If I just like the video game, aka let's do Silent Hill but with Inco. And Inco's being a little shit about it and he's ending one incarnation. And unlike Nasser who picks himself up, he would fuck up. Would fuck up big time. To the point of hurting someone. Okay, so let's actually look at the things I was going to talk about. Well, there's CMF. CMF is still on the listing. That's never happening. I don't know if I could write CMF. The problem with CMF is that the way I wrote at the time, which was extraordinarily purple prosy, and just... Goddamn, I look at this stuff and I'm like, Safi, get to the fucking point already! Holy... You don't need this many words. Okay, just don't... Oh yeah, there's the Man of Theseus. That one is structurally there. 7 chapters, pretty straightforward. It'd be a condensed version of the plot. Liar's Ashes, aka Fang reincarnates into, or awakens in Goodbye Volcano Highland. It has like big fucking vibes about it, you know, because not really non-binary. Everything works out. It basically feels like hell in a weird way of like, oh man, everything is working out so well. That's fucking weird. The Man of Theseus is like Inko got fucked up in an accident, and he's a very, very cruel man as a result. You know, he's been hardened. Not edgy, just hardened. Evelyn the movie. Man, Evelyn, you're like 3 different startups that went nowhere. I hate this. Makes me want to put up my fists and punch myself in the dick. Man, the isekai credulity is cute, though. The basic idea is... Why is Anon of the North in here? The nothing to something. I hate this. Anger fic. That is quite literally just me trying to do better, and then I never finish it anyway. You know what they say. It's easy to talk big shit, but, the fic that's uploaded always beats the one that's not. Oh, the quadrility is a whole separate thing. I'm thinking of a different one. What the hell is Inko the asshole? Every single one of these is called the Story Bibble. I don't know why! I just like the word Bibble. It's not a story Bible, it's a story Bibble. Where is what I'm looking for? Magic Rewind stuff? A sequel to Near Olivia. Oh yeah, that fucking idea that I had. Ugh. How much of this has been uploaded? Nothing. How many words are in here? 5,000. Oh, that's a short one. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, it's Casting Call. That's the one I'm thinking of. Let's pull up a couple of them and do some word counting, because like I said, there's a lot of words. There's a lot of words. Do you want words? I got words. I got words out the ass. Sometimes they're good words. Sometimes they're bad words. Sometimes the words just don't come to me. Anon gets burnt? What are you talking about, Seffi? Oh yeah, Near. I was going to work on Near Olivia. Near Olivia is actually, like, next chapter is kind of there, but I just don't want to upload it. I get the heebie-jeebies, as they say. Is the new verse on this listing already? Rise to Ruins. No, it's not on here yet, so we can pull that one up too. Ophinia the Exchange Student, and Ophinia the Exchange Student 2.0, because I realized there's a whole different, better story where Ophinia is more confrontational and thus works better as a character, and also has a better thematic through line, because it's about an optimist, a pessimist, and a realist meeting in a room, and all of them have a fun fight about it. So, Ophinia the Exchange Student alone is 80,000 words. The other one, the new one, is 16,000 words. Do you want to know about the new verse? That's 16,000 words already. That excludes the old version. Near Olivia is 30,000 words. The Wizard and the Dragon, short one, just 1,000 words because I didn't get too far with that. That one got shifted over somewhere else anyway. I don't know if there's only 2,500, but that's because we're not at the one that matters. Rise to Ruins, 20,000 words. And none of it is out there. Do you want to hear about Inko loss at all? That's 9,000 more words for you, buddy. Rise to Ruins, it's a big one, 20,000. What am I working? What am I doing it for? As I said, what use is the fic that isn't even uploaded? What is the purpose of art if not to be shown to other people and make them laugh at you? All right. Well, I just yelled at someone. Okay, listen. Let's backpedal. Arthur has it figured out. He's right. Art is fun. As much as I regret the fact that I can't upload anything, because everyone uploads, right? That's the expectation, is that you put shit out there. But I have fun just writing and have a little fun with that. I might have created Snoot May Game 3. Proceeds to suffer for the art. I got pat-pats. I thought you... The problem with what spotlight? What spotlight would you give me? What bluff did the senator make? Senator, what bluff have you been making? Always tout writing for you. What is going on? I'm losing the conversation. I'm very confused now. Please, I request that you mentally envision me sitting on my ass on the floor, surrounded by random bits of paper, throwing my hands up, going, I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Now, the problem, right, is the first thing I uploaded, and I agree with the sentiment, is that nothing to something, Safi. The cost of moving on was not great, because originally it did the fucking thing where it tried to introduce the supernatural in a serious situation too late down the line. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's also a situation where Octave shows up. Fuck if I didn't do him dirty. Want to do a podcast and talk about... Listen, you don't want me on a podcast. I will never stop talking. You'll have to wrangle me, and I don't want to be wrangled. No one is happy. No one. There are no winners here. Only losers. I have a thing to... Fuck! I have a game to run in the morning! Contact is scheduled. Did I just... Did I just run into a fucking agent? Get out of here, Smith. I'm gonna slow-mo bend backwards to dodge those bullets. Oh, my back. Yep. Keanu Reeves did it on his younger days like he should. Anyway, these guys are having a... Holy shit, it's been an hour. Holy shit, it's been an hour. My life flashed before my eyes. What was the host playing Minesweeper? Sparking out. Oh no, you can't play Minesweeper during a podcast. That's rule number 1. I went to podcasting school. I went to podcasting college, you know. Oh no. We'll do the podcast. Oh. I refuse to be called a snoot writer. I haven't uploaded anything since December, and all I've done is slap my own OCs to. Not really. Not really. That's overselling the. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to talk about this right now. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go take a. I'm never gonna finish this. I'm not gonna ignore the chat so we can actually get this shit done. So not worried about you either way, you know. Yeah, it's a good reason to worry. Like, you've already seen him freak out. Depending on the situation, he might know about the whole fight scene. And Cheryl comes to the vertically broken as usual outfit. She's got like 5 of the same hoodie and shirt. I mean, Anon has like bulk deals. Where you like the look, but it's whatever. Or the same shit every day. Honest, like, the reason they do that in this stuff is because drawing a whole bunch of spare outfits is terrible. However, I would like to point out, if I was a sassy bastard, I'd make a joke out of it, but it just doesn't work, you know? In writing, it doesn't work. The reason it works in Snoot Game is because Anon is a character we see consistently. And we see him day in, day out. So, it's a visual gag is the problem. And you can't just translate it without setting it up first. It's never set up. These people never write about, like, Anon reaching into a closet and it's all the same jacket. They just talk about, oh, she's wearing the same thing again. It's like, yeah. I guess. Is it a purely visual joke, though? Because the joke is more about the implications thereupon. The expectations that are thwarted. Like a good joke. He glugs down his coffee. Glug, glug, glug. And rises out of my chair, clothes draped over my shoulder. This man can't wear a shirt for 2 days in a row. What a weirdo. They actually have a shower. A roll-in shower. I mean, I never thought about that, but that is... Yeah. Does she... I was about to ask. Does she leave her wheelchair in there? Because usually they have like a cloth seat soaked. But no, there's a little seat inside. Yeah, you should be careful with that cast. I don't know how casts work. I imagine your doctor would have told you. Oh, you stick all these little precautions. That'll complicate a one-hand dance of planks. Oh, poor guy. Janky. That's the right word. Liz is picking us up rather than walking. Yeah. What a weird twist. We're going in Liz's car for our second time? How weird. Wait, how are they getting to prom? Are you also going to get a limousine? Because Inko did that because Inko is... Okay, listen. The motivations behind why Inko gets a limousine are different. In ending 1, it's implied that he's shallow, and in 2, he's probably still shallow because that's his bad point ending. Ending 3, he might have, again, done it because he cares about his friends, and ending 4 might have been because he's... the person... No, ending 3, he doesn't show up. He doesn't do it at all. They never take the limo. Do they? What did he do again? I forgot. Ah, who knows? Who cares? It's not really that important. I know that they go to the fire thing eventually. And in ending 1, they never travel with the friends, because, like, the gesture, you know... Thinking about things, man. You gotta think about those beans. Think about those beans. There goes Randy. Off into the sunset. Yeehaw. Don't start smoking, big guy. And it smells. You know we can tell you've been smoking! Oh... You should have been able to tell ahead of time. Especially if he doesn't, like, power wash his clothes. Alright. Goddamn. Just blow smoke rings at her. Just assault your girlfriend. You have a sensitive nose? I got a sensitive brand. Packs it full of tar. I'm teasing you. Actually, I like how you smell when you smoke. I mean, I can see someone liking it, but Someone's talking lightsaber crystals at me. I don't know what that means. Or either Iadakan or Ilm. Thanks. I know what that means. Morning, D. Feeling better. Oh, yeah, Liz. Oh, yeah, Liz was there too, right? Yeah, she picked up on a lot of that. Good there. Grab some clothes. Pay for the gas. Is it that big of a detour? Smells like his deodorant. You know, you could have skipped this line and just have it be this instead. Works a little better, I feel. A little sassier, at least. And then you have this, and then he says, what? And then you have Olivia bring this up. It feels a little more organic, and it's a little snappier as a joke. I don't know, it's fine, but it feels more economical. Maybe it isn't. I might be wrong. I might be stupid. I might be a giant idiot. I just realized that because I've not been streaming with the chat, despite the fact the chat's been full of good stuff, you know, it's my bad. It's my bad. I'm an idiot. A collective laugh goes around the car. Are we going to talk about racial segregation again? You know, that joke would work in the Ophinia storyline because, you know, aliens and shit, or in the other original one, not dinosaurs. It would work a lot better in that context. Although, where the fuck would she sit? The whole idea is that she's small enough to probably fit. Looking in the trunk, peeking her head out over the backseat. Don't worry, I'm impact resistant. If we get into a car crash, I'm better off than you seatbelt losers. Just getting into a car accident or flinging into the front seat. Proving the point, if anything. Imagine knowing someone who's like so damage resistant, or impact resistant, this is specific. Like, you know, you can still cut them up, but the car crash won't get them. They won't die from terminal velocity because they're just too low. Too much friction, too many feathers, too much impact resistance, one might say. Just the idea of knowing someone who like intentionally steps in front of a train because he thinks it's fucking funny. I'd be terrified. I'd go like, that's cool. What the fuck, man? That train driver's traumatized. You asshole. I talked about it at the school today. Yeah, you I mean, admittedly, man, you've done so much yesterday. Maybe take it easy. Maybe, like, recover a little bit first. Oof. Holding hands. The school itself seems muted. I mean, Iadakan was half the party. Normal stuff going on. Seems just enthusiastic. Let's get set to school. Still enormous stuff going on. I mean, like, you know, it's kind of like, it doesn't matter. If Iadakan's class is like, he has 2 classes and they're both 30 people each. In a school of like a few hundred people, that's still a significant percentage, right? That's enough that a bunch of friends are going to be sad. Who in turn, you know. Anyway, we're talking to Scalar. So now is good. Ah, we're cocking eyebrows again. Good old penis brow. I mean, I haven't seen this a lot. Maybe because I've been skipping it, but it feels like we haven't had a good old cocked eyebrow in a while. No, I've been skipping them. I've been skipping them. They're here in full force. Just nice about it, I guess. Want to make sure you're okay after yesterday. You know, since you literally broke your goddamn hand. Superintendent Ferris, she did not handle the news very well. Apparently, he went to a fight club and killed a man. Also, we do not appreciate heat moves on school grounds. D, not on school grounds. Did this to myself because of it. I'm sorry? Yeah, I don't know I wouldn't know what to say either, man. I'm sorry? I was going to go to cut. Okay. Yeah, the therapy stuff. Which, again, we've pointed out a lot by now. Like, I get it. Here's a fun problem for you, right? When you really think about it, Scalar, unless she's directly and personally involved with something, is really a character that you summarize. It's like, I had to go to Scalar and do this thing, but, like, usually what you're doing with them, you would have discussed with someone else first, and then you go to Scalar, and it's like, the audience doesn't need to know this, because they already know what they're going to do, because you've already discussed this with the other characters in the meaningful sentences. Like, isn't that a sad situation? Like, you're the character everyone gets summaries with, because you never do anything directly. You're always the second banana. Standard counsel and clinical therapy. We also have this new drug. We'll just inject it directly. Get your fucking own, man. It's better. Sent it to the bands. Oh, yeah, they're acting as guardians. Dad gave them permission. You can call and double check if you need to. I imagine she would, considering that, you know, you might be trying to sneak yourself out of something here, buddy. If only because of safety. Just let it be. You have a cast! You aren't feeling well. I don't know, the fucking cast tip you off. Yes, ma'am. Mr. False Principal Scalar, ma'am. Is Scalar the kind of principal who tries to be hip with the kids? I always got the impression she was just kind of trying to make it through the day, if anything. There's a Yakuza reference. Listen, I give nothing to something shit for having literal jobbers show up. And you've handled that way better so far. But I hope it, you have my attention. I'm warmed up. Altercation with Ms. Red, I'm going to be frank with you. Ms. Moretta's disciplinary record is far cleaner than it should have been due to certain circumstances. Having always unacceptable to best criminal or worst. Oof. Criminal. I had half a mind to explicitly because it's so to say the elevator, but said I had an in-school suspension at Reef City. Woof! Show me that video. She pulled out the nuke! But given recent events, especially as I got oh, she's being nice. So, again, I don't know if this change makes any sense. Remember that the original scene is this confrontation, and it's all about Inko. Are you going to like Inko is like, hey, are you going to be Japanese and preserve the order and stability of society, or are you going to do what's right? You know, that's kind of the scene. He's robbed of that. I guess that's not really his character flaw, is it? I don't know how to handle this under that context. If you want to keep the same thematic, like, you know, have a point to the scene, as it were. I don't know how you do that. Mostly because I'm tired, and partially because, you know, the contest already happened. Ben. Oh yeah, what a nice guy, Ben. I wonder why Ben did that, though. Because you're not that close with Ben. You're like in photography, but it's very incidental. I love how Saint Hammond is a disciplinary measure. You're getting sent to art school. Art school. Xanax. It powers Abdiryu to change his class from hero to breakdance. God damn the fucking breakdancing style. Alright, we'll take action on it. Don't do it again. If you commit another murder, at least make sure I can pin it on you. So for punctuation, the toddy bell. Anyway, Scalar gives a little... Yeah, this would be something that any residual family or friends would be taking care of, anything. Or whoever's in his will. Olivia needs closure, Mrs. Halford. That's okay, Mr. Falt's not up to me. But that's nice. That's a nice twist. You know what? I mentioned this before, right? I talked about what the actual theme of the story is, and I was dead mom is more a warning than an actual character point, but this is what I was talking about. Preventing further harm. Kind of is really what he's about. Is like, don't have regrets, and that works. That works really well. I talked about how do you rework the Scalar scene, and this is pretty all right. This is pretty all right. Remember the last time someone got kicked out from art school? Oh no! Oh my god. She has to use a walkie-talkie. Listen, I understand that the joke is just that Prockling and him are both references to Team Fortress 2. That's why they have the communication. But the idea that this is just how you have to talk to Sully is way funnier. Oh. Got what? God damn it, why am I always left out of things? The delay is what's killing it. You may go now, Mr. Fault. Have a nice day. I'm not finishing this before I need to go to bed. Gosh. You can go back on the bleachers, Private Fault. Which one was it again? In I think the original version of the Ophinia exchange student thing, before she became aliens. No, this was after aliens. That went through so many iterations. Let me run you through this, all right? Started off as same planet, but like weird isolationist culture. Then became aliens. Yeah, then no. Started off as Anon, getting reincarnated as one, and has to deal with the cultural backslide because I felt that nothing to something kind of shortchanged a lot of character points. That's what it was about. Then it became the exchange student just for Ophinia. Then it became the aliens thing. And somewhere in that, I wrote that Solly. I wrote Solly a bit differently than most people probably think. Is that he's just goofing. He's just goofing. You know, he cares for his students. But his way of caring is to beat the shit out of them within the legal boundaries. I will make sure that all of you are as exhausted and aching as I legally am able to. We gotta sit on the bleachers. Everyone gets to sit on the bleachers. Okay, see these bleachers? Perfect. Thanks to the cold as fuck weathers, everything is indoors now. You're in Mediterranean climate. You're in fucking California. It's Mediterranean. Winters are not that cold. Dinosaurs are pussies. Given the chaos happening right now, it's a dodgeball. Or as they say in Dexter's lab, dodge ball! Which I still love. Damien beats the shit out of people. Oh yeah, because Mia's gone, so he needs to take it out on everyone else. With lead poisoning? No! Oh, no! Oh, shit. There's so many... Why do I have so many files and they're all so different? Oh my god, then there's the one from Ophinia's perspective that I wanted to write, because I don't know, I guess the reason I like magic shit and the alien shit is because I just like writing about worlds. I love lore building. I love writing about stuff and then hinting at things that are the way they are and then having... I just like world building. I just like world building too much. It's fucking crack cocaine to me. I stuff my face full. But yeah, here we go. What a day, what a week. So, it's Monday. It's gonna be a real what a year, too. I have to gather all my strength to give the kids a warm welcome speech. Nothing drains as much as Kelly giving one of her patented, "My job is on the line, please save me" speeches. Everyone got the email for a hands-on meeting finalizing the important parts. The rest of the faculty barely fit in that room. Even Trent, who told me half a month ago he had an important doctor thing, was there. That's how you know Kelly pulled out the big guns. Artillery loaded depleting random shells with us then. Great way to start a first day. Just a kid. A teen. I bet our real worry is Michael Ferris and the news. Oh shit, that needs to be... If I were to use that line, I would need to clarify, because otherwise it implies that Michael Ferris and the news are related instead of it being the national news. With us, the front line follows the cat, the bullet storm, and if or when it goes down. Why would you phrase it like that, Safi? It is... Either he's convinced it's going to happen, or he considers it an option. Trent was the first to talk. Like, it's a subtle thing of having him call him Trent. Just Trent. Everyone calls him Mr. Iadakan, and it kind of leaves some ambiguity who he really is, I think. No. Would I leave that ambiguity up the table? For some reason, there's a particular joke that I really like that I kept in there. What a wonder... Get a load of that. Marvelous. What a wonderful show. I always love when you darlings. Wait, can't use feminine terms. Be inclusive, not derisive. I just like the idea that he got talked to by a sensitivity person because he was being too rude about stuff, and he's just fucking shifting it around. You can't stop the man. He'll do it. Come on, Damien. You're dumb enough to say first. Game of dodgeball. It's been too long. Oh. Ugh. I think it's good that when I read this stuff, I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what I was thinking and why I thought that worked. Get your teams even and get your team, keep it even, and spread the balls. And if I hear one more person say gay this year, you all be spending every period doing squats, jumping jacks, and burpees until your muscles fall from your bones, and I can make soup out of you sorry lot. It's great. The better part is that because Ophinia has feathers, they can be called fins and feathers! I don't know what works for Inko. Oh yeah, then there was the idea of having Inko and Anon, because Anon could be like the lower class society, and Fang and the gang could be their own little cultural and it got too big, and I realized over time that technically, while that works, Anon doesn't fit inside the niches. He works for the lore building perspective, like if you want to build the war, and you want to talk about the character, you want to talk about Skid Row getting bulldozed for a sci-fi tower, great. But thematically speaking, he doesn't fit in. He would work for a secondary arc, but not for the primary arc, because in the primary arc, Ophinia is generally speaking going to be around Liz, and Liz by proxy, Olivia, and Inko, and Inko is the cosmopolitan do-good boy, and Olivia... Ugh. Logistics! Lit causes against aggression. Doesn't sound promising. What doesn't sound promising? Love Encore? You can dodge you can dodge your ball. What doesn't sound promising? Is it me? But I specifically called out that why would I love Encore? Because personally, right, I've been looking at Encore going, who is this for? Who is this for? Every time I look at Encore, the thing that goes to my head is the thing that made the original work is that it was kind of cheap. The low... Let me sit you down. I kind of like that Star Wars is a little cheap. I kind of like it. Does that future is going to evolve? And Andre's no. Technically, no. There's an entire back plot that really messes shit up. God damn, like it just makes so much more sense to go back to the original idea of it being just a planetary exchange of cultures. It just works way better. Because the way I'm doing it right now, it's like, Safi, this story and the way you're writing it and the way you're establishing things, the way that Ophinia works as a character and the way that she relates to the world around her, means that by definition you're involving this bigger plot. And how are you involving this bigger plot in anything? How do you talk about this shit? These are teenagers, and Ophinia isn't even involved in this. She's involved by proxy of who her mom is. You know, listen. Let me sit down. I like writing about lore building. Is more what I'm going for. I really like having characters talk about shit and being like, oh, what's that and what's that, and then using that to have those characters emote why they care or how they care about stuff. Like using world building as an excuse for character development. I don't know. Maybe it's because of, as you say, my Spurgeon. Is that I can relate to that. Also, I like writing about that stuff because it feels like I have the freedom to do what I want instead of having to listen to stupid brains. Spears VA roll? I would never get the Spears VA roll. Why would I get the Spears VA roll? Why would I get any VA rolls? Audition for what? I'm not auditioning for anything. Nobody wants me. If I ever get a voice line credit, I'll eat a banana like a fool, gormlessly. Banana. I like bananas. They got a nice soft flavor to them. First challenge of the day. Bathroom, splashing water, face, keep it together, folk, Olivia Weir, there's a classroom. Oh, yeah, he's going to the Iadakan room. It's just a classroom, Dorian. What does the E stand for? Dorian, Eorian. Turn over in front of the threshold of the room. The threshold. I feel my skull pounding as I stare at it. Didn't replace the nameplate. It's still there. He died like a week ago, man. Can't do it also, Olivia. Ah, you're just having this cute little scene where they do it together. Just some random sub. It's no passion. Everything Iadakan has, she does not. She is the absence of Iadakan, personified, made flesh. Space Anon. Oh man. Well, if you are in there, then I'll know a celebrity. That'd be amazing. I know a real voice celebrity. Incredible. Spurglord. Like, This is why I get so caught up about my writing, right? It's like the magic thing I get caught up about my writing, the near thing I get caught up on my writing. I get very much drawn out of like, at what point is it too much? Because a large portion of the Ophinia thing, like there's a massive backstory of like what happens if humanity was actually faced with an overwhelming physical violence force of like, hey, we're aliens, you cannot physically hope to fight us because we would just nuke you from orbit. We want to be friends! And everyone makes it a big fucking problem because they're too nice about it. And it just gets painful. And then they get nuked anyway, and they still have a gall about it. I don't know, it's messy. That's why I get stuck on things, because I'm like, none of this shows up anywhere. This isn't even irrelevant for the characters and the situations they find themselves in. Safi, you're never getting this shit. It's gonna be 1 in the morning. 1 in the morning and still not done. There's no passion. This sub is the absence of Iadakan. You definitely have to be curious about your writings. Well, stay curious, buddy. I'll probably be dead before the time anything. Don't be like that, Safi. Don't be like that. You know what you're worth. $50! Olivia and I distract herself with note taking. Man, can you imagine being the sub? Man, that's life of a sub, right? You show up and it's like, yeah, the guy died and everyone loved him. Great, love it. It's all A's. Lunch is better. I guess Reef. Listen. I love Reef City as like the. You don't want to go to Reef City. Nobody wants to go to Reef City. I just like that little in-joke. It's great. God, I don't. Okay, so the reincarnation story. I still want to write that. I still. Let me run you through that reincarnation story, because a large... How about we talk about theme, because I have notes for this. So... I can't focus. My brain is just a fucking mess. Safi, those are your notes for something else that no one here needs to know about. Here we go. Ophinia, optimistic, enduring what she must. Olivia, pessimistic, but trying to forge her own path. Inko's an optimist, but goes where things take him. You might notice that Olivia has a negative trait, objectively terrible trait of like being pessimist, but she's also trying to forge her own path. That makes for that's what she is in the game. She dedicated, determined, but also kind of annoyed about everything. And we got the Evelyn thing. Extremely competent, strict and structured, outsider to her own people. I still don't know how that works. She needs a proper good, like, everyone sees this as the problem. Olivia, decently competent, loose and carefree, living broken. Safi, these are cute themes, and you wrote them down adorably, but what exactly, other than Inko, sounds like a character that has a legitimate struggle they're going to get through over the course of the story? Bonk on the head. Try again later. I was doing a thematic analysis, and I wrote about a whole bunch of stuff. To the point is you can extend... Oh yeah, I was talking about, like, if you're going to write a fanfiction and you want to introduce a new OC, you need to tie that OC into the existing theme structures, either extending the themes on the axis by having a character that's in the middle, or extending the theme into from an axis to a triangle, and then using the extremes of the triangle to represent... The Netherlands is the Balkans of Western Europe! Worse than Denmark! Man. Man. Fuck. We're gonna say they must be fucked up. Olivia didn't cook anything for us, so back to the vending machine. I might hate me, but I'm sure he's not taking that well. Yeah, Ben's probably all kinds of fucked up. Trip back to the room, he's taking something next to bag. Oh shit. Oh shit, he's got bags, mussed up hair. Like, if this was a third person, like, here's the thing, right? With first person POV, do you include a line like this? He's already said shit, so we already know it's not good. We already get the description of it. But this, right, that's like the trick, is like, do you keep it? Because you've already established it. The writer knows it. He already says it's concerning. Like, what part do you cut? Do you cut it? Do you have the character be verbose? That's the thing with Call Me Fang, right? Is that Trico is excessively verbose, but that is how he talks. And to an extent, it's intentional. And it's something that over time you can work at and make shorter to, like, show that he I don't know... Call Me Fang is so fucking weird, man. He sluggishly turns to regard me with an almost intoxicated smile. His voice is strange, lilting. Fucking hit me up with that lilting. With a lilt. I don't know what a fucking lilt is. God damn. Oh, yeah, that word? It means using the word. A characteristic of rising or falling of the voice when speaking. A pleasant, gentle accent. Oh, so he sounds forced? Oh, I am just fine. I would like to remind you that for Iadakan, I go for a sharp British accent. Or at least something, you know, a bit sharper. Something that might be considered Doctor Whovian. Is it? No. But here, for him, I go with a sharp... I am just fine. Something slightly Asian. Japanese, specifically. I heard a Japanese person talk similar to that once, and it's just nice and snappy, you know. It feels like Ben. Snappy, cordial. The name makes me recoil, not just because he said that. What the hell is going on with him? Well, he hasn't had his drugs. Consider this a free period, aka plot development. Consider this a free period, free for plot development. Character development, technically. She goes, look, Ben barely registers the sub's words, and Oh, I missed this! I wasn't paying attention. Are you excited for Iadakan's lessons today? Oh, no. I mean, he's probably... Listen, D. I know, D. I know that you had your hand in a cast. You cried twice. You broke your hand. A lot happened. But, like, Ben probably broke up with his girlfriend. Probably hasn't slept well. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Everyone's kind of fucked up. Good job, man. You ruined his day. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius if I do this to myself. Oh, man. Yeah, the sub probably knows all about that. She looks at me with a small smile and a nod. Okay. Why? I know what to tell you. Why is this here? I thank her and turn to bed, crouching next to him. Come on, buddy. Take you to the nurse. Hold up, let's just get rid of this music. I'm kind of done on music. It just distracts me. Jedler's head suddenly under the shot. Okay, Ben's fucked up. Was he hit hard? Well, of course he was. Because, in case you didn't pay attention, during the wedding sequence, Ben was with Iadakan. As the security guard, you might have picked up on that. Or are you not as observant as you claim to be? Like, you should have picked up that Ben was in the car with him at the least, and they probably talked shop about cameras for a little while. I feel like this is the kind of thing that should have, you know, at least kind of clued you in. Although, on the other hand, I also got the impression that Ben was a bit too pragmatic for Iadakan's tastes. You know, quantity over quality. Oh, like she was in prison. I mean, from what we hear about Reef City, she might as well be. Ben, what's going on, buddy? Everything's falling apart. I'm losing it. Everything is falling apart, D. I'm losing it. I've lost it. I tried to juggle so many things at once and finally dropped them all. Mia, she after I defended you, she broke up with me. She's going to tell them all, D. Tell them what, D, Ben? I don't think I can. Oh, man, because... Yeah, if you want to do this earlier, you really need to build up Ben a bit better. But I guess Ben has no one left. That's also an angle. It's desperation. Normally, I'd prefer it if you built up their friendship as a bit better, but it makes sense that if Ben is that desperate, and D seems like odds are he knows about the blackmail evidence too. Odds are that Mia brought it up, so, you know, hey, you know, decent confidant. He can keep his own secrets, at least. He digs into my eyes, pupils wide, searching for a lie. Damn. Another quiet sob escapes him. Quiet sobs are the worst, because you can tell that they're trying to hold it back, and it just sounds so messy. He has to take his medicine, antipsychotics. I like that just like before, right? Here he was like Iadakan's lessons, right? And now he's like antipsychotics. And then, as if he didn't even remember as if he just realized. It feels so frantic, like his mind isn't quite there. That's real nice. I'm just a psycho. Well, I mean, Psycho was a good movie. I don't understand. Why are you scared of people finding out about that? D. Oh, by the way, one too many quotation marks there. But D is also kind of a psycho, so wouldn't you two be on board with it? You're both fucking crazy in your own ways. Of course, you don't understand. How could you? I just live. What are you talking about? Surely Mia showed you the video, for one. And surely, by this point, you have realized that D is a little weird. I need my medication to function, but I'm a fucking mess. And Mia, she's keeping it from me. I mean, she's gone now. He begins to hyperventilate. Flash of anger boys. Ben continues on. Never understand thee. All these thoughts buzzing around in my head, shouting a million things. The scratching. Oh, you're both psychos. That's interesting. Interesting parallel to draw between these two characters. And I was scratching the thoughts. He's like me. He's been like me this whole time. Huh. I like the... Man, like I said, man, you need to see a doctor. Like a good one. Scratching that gets worse and worse. The thought boils up, 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 to explode out of your mind. Oof. Damn. So there are two schizos having a heart-to-heart together. Well, I'm honestly impressed that your dad, with all of his money, didn't try to do something. Maybe he did. And he would just beat up the shrink. Dealing with it for a very long time, Ben. I get it. I can't talk right. I mean, I imagine that Ben's is genetic. I also got the impression that this is something he's been living with for all of his life. Because, remember, this is around freshman year, so that's minimum 4 years. I don't know how long Dee's been dealing with stuff, but time zones are funny. I get it. Can't talk right now. I'm gonna freaking out too. You need to go home. You're not doing great. I mean, as your medicine, you need to get more. Talking to your nurse. Your parents lost your bottle. Fuck anyone that goes two-faced on you. Fair enough. Aw, man. They have hugs. Barry's head on my shoulder and moves quietly. Okay, this is... Yeah, you really can't judge D. You've done this like multiple times with multiple different people. I did the same shit to Damien. And to Sophia. Oh, but it's okay because she's a woman. Okay, saw me yesterday, right now. I was having an episode back then. See me at my worst. Oh, what that was about. I mean, admittedly, that could just be, not psychosis. I'm sorry, not my fault, buddy. Come on. Yeah, that's cute. Shit, Amy, did they? We already had a hint at this. That's a cute punchline to that setup of like, oh, the nurse knows me. She snorts, leaning Ben over to a chair. Keep it. Oh, deeper voices. It's because she smokes. It's gonna be you in a couple of years. Take care of him. I think he needs to go home. He's not handling recent events well. None of us are. Fair enough. Take it easy, right, buddy. Talk, you got my number. Man. I mean, if this is them getting closer together, it's an interesting way to do it. I'm on board with it. Makes more sense than Iadakan, since, there's nothing really connecting them to an Iadakan, so them instead uniting over this kind of is kind of neat. Doing something different. Are you okay? To look like you are. I'll be fine. I think it's just Ben. Yeah, she still thinks Ben can go fuck himself, so hey. Didn't do anything. It's just not taking shit well. Taking to the nurse. She probably mentioned that he's like literally out of it, but hey. Although I guess that's gossip. She should probably limit that too. Don't talk about it too much. A little breakdown 5 minutes. Yeah, man. Yeah, at this point, if you're connecting it to yourself, like, that would make Olivia more sympathetic to him. Thank God it's Friday. TGIF. You know what? This chapter's still too fucking long. I would like to remind you. This started off with Ghost Iadakan. What are these chapters, man? Holy. Alright, next episode is 20, and I don't know what the fuck 20 is going to be. I don't even know what this chapter really was. Well, I'm gonna call it that and leave it at that, and so, yeah, listen, I get that some people just like reading the night away, but I prefer that my chapters have thematic cohesion and they're about a thing, and then when that thing is done, we move on to the next chapter so that I can compartmentalize in my brain instead of it being one big fucking slurry. Did I just see a date? Why is there a date in here? He's my brother. Damien's your bro? Aw, shit, man. Oh, it's the winter formal announcement. That's why they put in a date. It was a good time. This was a good... Okay, yeah. I guess tomorrow... I'll see... I need to go to bed. Oh, no, man. My brain is like 90% fried right now. It's too late. After 10 o'clock, I just stop functioning as a human being, and I become a whole new being instead. Thank you all for coming. You can come back tomorrow, or you can watch the VODs when they get uploaded, or whatever the hell suits your needs and your abilities. Either way, man, it'd be great if I could actually finish something and upload it one time, but who knows? Maybe now's just the time, not the time. You never know. You never know. Sometimes you just keep it close to your chest. Let it be your own little secret. It's a shame, because I am kind of proud and interested in... Let's go to bed. How about you go to bed, Safi? The answer to... The question is, what should I be doing now? The answer is go to bed. Fucking clueless. I do kind of want to shake it up with a new fic. It's like the big thing that really gets me is like, I get it right, but I don't want to spend my entire life on 100,000 words. Ooh. Hello. Good morning.